Do, 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 do. Mm-mm.
Looks like another great day today. Boy, it's snowing over here, though. Yep, snowing on a Saturday morning. Yep, Saturday morning. Yep, just waiting for people to come into the live. Yep, come into the live chat. Yep, we're going to make it happen like the captain. And I'm going to let you guys come on in here, before we're about to get started and things. This is talking about no more fake media. We don't need fake media. Fake media is bad, ladies and gentlemen. No more fake media. Nada. No. This topic today, first of all, I want to welcome you all to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony G. We in the house again on a Saturday, You guys miss me yet? But in any event, we're going to be talking about the fake media today. Yeah, I dare to go there, the fake media, the fake agenda, the fake woke agenda, the stuff that has been, suffocating us now that we are able to breathe easy. So we won't be dealing with any of that fake stuff. If you're looking for a channel that's going to talk about and promote the fake agenda, fake propaganda, fake wokeness, all this other stuff, it won't be on this channel. No, sir. No, ma'am. You found the wrong channel if you think that I'm going to be a shield for them, because they have created much havoc, since they've been around pushing these false ideologies and things like this. They have divided the nation, and it happened under Barack Obama. Can you imagine that? So, even though they have lied and said it was Trump, but it was really Barack Obama. He was the one that weaponized these particular fake, phony wokeness. He was the one that ushered it in. This is a guy that they said that was American-born citizen. Talking about Obama. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. Welcome once again to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony G, and I welcome you all with warm embrace. So, but other than no Diddy though, but got to put that disclaimer on there. No Diddy, but I welcome you all in my warm embrace. I like to say I welcome you, my warm embrace. But no Diddy, no Diddy, because we don't do the diddler stuff around here. No Diddy, no Diddy, no doubt, no. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we are winning. We are winning. We are winning. We're talking about the fakeness of the news, the so-called media, and we're going to be talking about Elon Musk. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about MSNBC, we're going to talk about it. It's a beautiful thing, though, they're so panicked out now because the possibility of Elon Musk buying MSNBC. Can y'all imagine that? Now, I know it was a joke with him and Don Jr., and they just said, we should just go ahead on and buy it, so it could go down. It's possible. It's possible that Elon can buy it. He has more money to be able to do it and things, but I know they were just sitting around joking, but we got to keep in mind, it was Elon that joked about Twitter as well. He joked about that, and guess what ended up happening? He bought Twitter, turned this company, and just made it a very efficient. X now is humming, and this is the most that I ever been on X. With Twitter, not so much, but with X, it was so much better. Everybody else run over to Blue Sky. How many people in this room have a Blue Sky account? Blue Sky, You know, I heard it was so bad over at Blue Sky. People are censoring people over there. I mean, they really don't have no type of freedom of speech at all. I never really thought that the left really would be that anti-American, where they just want everything to be censored. Man, they hate freedom of speech. I said this before in my lives about the low down liberal left, about them being more of anti-American than ever before now, because they don't want you to wear the MAGA hat if it was left up to them. They don't want you promoting Trump. They don't want you to say anything that goes against the agenda. Everything got to be rainbows and unicorns, right? They want us to be basically to support wokeness, and this is really what it's about, man. Pushing this false ideology agenda onto the masses of people. So therefore, we were suffocated. This was a minority group all this, and I know I said there's no world that liberals could be the majority. That's oh yeah, the drummer cat 14 says fight, fight, fight. That's right. That's what Trump said. You gotta fight. You gotta fight, fight, fight. I just love imitating him when he does that. Get that Trump. I'm over here doing the Trump dance right now. To do the Trump dance. Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, that's what the drummer cat 14 says. So yeah, and that's basically what it is. They're getting so much of pushback. The majority of the country, once again, has spoken. But getting on this media thing, though, man, if Elon were to buy MSNBC, man, it will put us in another whole positive light. Because again, by majority of us that are American, we also believe in the, freedom of speech. This is the First Amendment. And there's more of us here. I'm really happy by the fact that you guys came into the room today and things. You guys could have been doing other things. But I appreciate that as well, No Diddy, but I appreciate that though. But yeah, and the APF says gonna have lots of fun when those tariff raises and the price on everything. You guys could go back in history, blah blah blah. Last time we implemented these tariffs, and it was us into the Great Depression. Okay, so APF also says goodbye to the medical insurance. Yeah, so like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome everybody. See, and now isn't it nice though, APF? You were able to type what you just said. We ain't got to agree on everything because everything you're saying is not factual at all. But you entitled to say that. See how our Constitution works. Now, can you imagine if I hated freedom of speech? I'll say, you know what, APF, I'm going to bounce you out this room. In fact, I'm going to retract what you just said. See, this is not how the Constitution works. Right? He said, look it up. I have the facts, though, sir. You know what I'm saying? I have the facts. You guys are afraid of, my cousin said this stupidity stuff, Trump never was, this is says, no, I'm not worried in the least. I'm not worried in the least. Insurance ain't going nowhere. Insurance ain't going nowhere. In fact, the next live that I talk about is going to be in my studio, APF. I'm going to go over the actual Medicare thing because I have it summarized and broken down. And we're going to deal with it, but that's going to be on another channel. But right now, APF, we're going to be talking about the media thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be talking about. But if we're going to debate, I have my information, which I do have it now, but that's on another topic. This topic today is going to be in regards to the fake media stuff today. I'm not running from a fight. And like I said, I'm going to dispel the myths. I'm going to bust it all down, though, regards to that, the tariff tax. In fact, I got stuff on that, too. So, yeah, but this ain't that topic today, though, APF. We're on the media thing right now. We'll deal with that later, In fact, I welcome you back, APF. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are seeing our democracy, republic, how it's working, how it's supposed to work. Instead of me getting upset with him because he has a difference of an opinion than I do. You know what I'm saying? So this is not. I mean, we open up what's called freedom of speech. You're able to express yourself as long as it's not in a threatening manner. It's all good. One guy says 1345 says, not worried. Tariffs won't raise shit, or I think that's supposed to be what it is. Yeah, I'm not worried about it though. One guy, he's under propaganda rhetoric as they speak before. I got all the information. It's over here in my notes. It's well researched out. It's not the case at all. In fact, we've been under tariffs though. Actually, I mean, right now, Biden didn't get rid of it from China. You do realize, APF, that America's still been collecting tariffs from China since Trump been in the White House. Fact. So, but we're going to go into it, though. Not right now, but we're going to go into it. I just want to throw that out real quick. You think Biden turned that down? How you think Ukraine got funded? Part of it. But I'm just saying. But we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that on the next go around when I do my live. But other than that, though, you guys, I welcome you once again. We're gonna be talking about this fake news. That's what's gonna be going on, though. These fake agendas and all this other stuff. So this is the thing. So we gotta stay on topic in regards to that. So so other than that, ladies and gentlemen, so we're talking about it, and what we're seeing here is that I'm gonna read this one more thing, and then I'm gonna go back on our point. APE Business says America needs to be less dependent on other countries, which I agree. We can make things here for ourselves, and this is exactly what the Trump administration said he was going to be doing, because manufacturing, what you just said, America first, common sense policies that work on the behalf of America, outside of the rhetoric and the lies. We as the MAGA understands this, because we're not threatened. We don't look at Trump as a tyrant and a dictator, not at all. So one thing about it is that we as Americans are resilient. We are in the process of getting we actually are taking our country back, not getting ready to. We already are. You see what I'm saying? Because all of you voted. You are the majority voice. You are the majority ones that said, hey, enough is enough. All this other crap and rhetoric and lies and things like that, that's what the left does. It separate us, and they use emotions, right? And fear. Fear is the number one thing that they do to get people in a panic mode, like APF or whatever, because he's afraid. I don't know if he's afraid or not, but it sounds like he is, because we're going to go in depression. See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, my cousin was the same what you like. Oh, I said, cousin, I'm going to send you my research of the whole medical thing. You can read it over yourself. And I cited the sources as to where you can get it from. Now it's up to her if she will go and do the research on top of what I did to prove me wrong. That's all I told her. So other than that, we are looking good. APE business says, if you're worried about tariffs, you probably live in China. Absolutely. We're not worrying about tariffs. Trump we've been collecting tariffs since his first administration. They don't really realize. They acting like this is brand new with Trump. Trump was the one that got rid of put NAFTA. He was the one that and that's another thing. You think NAFTA, we benefited under the Clinton administration with NAFTA? We did not. It took us back in the Stone Age. All sorts of the jobs. Come on now. You get this guy. I hope you ain't giving Bill Clinton a pass. Please tell me that you ain't doing that. Let me see here. Tom says, God bless my America, brothers and sisters. I know that's right. God bless America, because we're all Americans. Even though we can disagree on some things, But at the same time, we should all be supporting the Constitution. Uh, Aaron H says, poorly educated, go back to school, random. Here it is. Here it is. There you go. Hey, Aaron, it's amazing that you find my channel just to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Go back to school or whatever, you know? Right now, Aaron, this is school. And guess what? You in the classroom. Tony B says Walmart has already announced that they're increasing prices. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, Trump ain't even in the house. He hasn't even taken the position yet. Ha ha ha, school for dummies. Tony B says, ha ha ha, school for dummies. Yeah, so other than that, like I said, isn't America once again, isn't it a great space that you guys are able to say that stuff, Aaron? See, because I could be like a lot of other guys and just block you, but that would be unconstitutional. You know, like I said, I troll too, and I find it fun and humorous. You know, I really do. You know what I'm saying? So, not for long. You know, there they go. There they go. Y'all see what I said? How do tariffs? Here it is. I would not affect you. You know, like I told you, you guys are not going to be pushing that today because, as I said it earlier, I'm going to talk about that on one of my next lives, not on this live. So, if you want to talk about tariffs and all that, you're more welcome to go to another channel. After I read this, you won't be read anymore, you know, because I just go and ignore you. You're entitled to talk and say what you want, but I already got the whole research broken down about tariffs. I'm just not going to talk about it today. That's all. But other than that, you're free to say what you want to say, as long as you're not insulting people and name calling and calling people. I'll let the dummy thing slide, but if it continues to happen, then you already know what I must do. My minds are not in here. I don't need my mind for this. This is light work for me. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, back to the fake news, you know. So we talked about Elon Musk, about him possibly, just joking, but we don't know what it is for real, if he decides to buy MSN, you know. So if he buys MSN, I think it's going to be definitely a step in the right direction. Already with Twitter, with X, he have made leaps and bounds with X already. The low-down liberal left, as I stated before, they hate the Constitution. They hate freedom of speech. The only thing that they can do is name call people because they have no voice. You know, you got people like Aaron and them, they just don't have a voice. They're just a small, disgruntled group, ladies and gentlemen, that they still try to promote fear. And the thing about it, that's why I'm not even, you notice with me, I'm laid back because guys like Aaron and the other guy is light work for me, though. They have nothing. You know, when you really look at it, I wear my MAGA cap proud. He ain't going to do nothing. This guy here, Elon, is worth over $200 billion. Aaron would be lucky if he have $1,000 in his bank account. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead on and say it for what it really is. Do you absolutely think the majority of this people that have voted for Trump are concerned with the small minority group that's been pushing woke in the fake news? It doesn't, why be upset over, it's like we're big brother, right? They're just a little small little brother. You just smack them upside the head, not literally, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, you ain't concerned with no little brother, man. You know, Aaron and all them are our little brother, man. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing they can do other than they find spaces like mine and then let out their frustration. All is welcome because we constitutionalists, right? Goodwill said, are you living in your car? It does seem that way, Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? I'm down on my luck, you know. I'm like that lady that goes, what's her name? Is her name Jessica or something? She actually does live in her car, you know. I can't think of her name, though, you know. No, I'm actually an Uber driver, though, you know. What is woke to you? You know what I'm saying? Well, I tell you this much. We ain't got to even explain what woke is because, again, it's been toppled. It's been crushed. We do not have to go by any of this type of critical race theories or any of this other crap, gender ideologies, and all this other stuff. Tampon in the man's room. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff no more. Political correctness. We don't have to deal with any of that stuff no more, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't it smell good? I smell freedom right now, right? It is freedom that I smell right now. And it feels good. I've been celebrating ever since Trump has gotten into office. I really have, man. And I mean, he won the election. And when he go into the office, boy, we're going to be seeing some changes that the world have never seen. And I just look forward to it, ladies and gentlemen. Tony B says freedom to take away school lunches. Yeah, Tony, and so forth. But like I said, the freedom, ladies and gentlemen, and like I said, I'll read some of the comments. Adam says, where is it snowing? It's over here in Michigan. I'm over here in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's over here snowing and everything and all this other type of stuff. So, yeah, it's just snowing, you know? It just came down yesterday. We're showing like 20 some odd degrees over here, man. It's over here snowing and everything. Hey, Tony, let me mention this to you, Tony. Remember I said about you're able to have like, you're able to say what you want to say. If you don't have something constructive to say or whatever, because when I say that, what my rule in my channel is simply this. We have to talk about the title of what I'm talking about. If you can't talk about that, because like I said, this is the part that I want everybody to be on. Now, like I said, I am a constitutionalist, but I ask you nicely, and for everybody else, you, Aaron, and all you guys, because you already know we're talking about the fake news. So we're going to talk about that, but you're not running anything in here, so that you know. So I'm gonna ask you guys one more time to respect my platform in regards to what I have to say. No, we're talking about the fake news. That's what we're talking about. If you guys don't want to deal with that, you fake news. Okay, here we go. So, hold on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on for one moment. Let me just go in and do this here. Yeah, I just try. I try to be nice. I really do. I try to be nice and stuff like that. I really have. I try to, give me a name in the fake news. We got NBC, ABC, CNN, CBS. Those are the major ones that I could think of off the top of my head that are fake. Because once again, why don't you acknowledge that? I just did. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, the fake news that have been pushing the agenda and so forth. You know what? I'm not a big fan of Fox, but I will say this. They also have been on that bandwagon of being fake news, which is anti-constitutional. Because once again, that's in our freedom of speech, freedom of the press. These are the things that they're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be pushing an agenda for the left only, and that's what they all been busted of doing. They painted not just Trump, but anybody that was a different opinion, kind of like what you guys are doing right now when you coming in here and things like that. You're not making a very good argument at all. You really aren't. You're not making it. You think you are, but you're not. Because you had a majority of the country that says otherwise too. Why you think Trump ended up winning? Because you guys went far left. You're supposed to be the group of less tolerance. You're the one that's supposed to be the group of love with the Democrats, right? Liberals, right? Pushing these pathetic woke agendas and all the rest of this stuff, all in the name of freedom. It didn't work. It didn't work out. It worked against you. Because if you minority group were the ones that what everybody else would have been on, then Harris should have won by a landslide. Tell me why she didn't win. You know what I'm saying? She even had she had $1 billion. Russ says, Trump, yeah, King Trump for life. I know, right? It just has a great ring to it, and I love it. Let me make sure, see what I caught. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Uh, okay, you're not making an argument. Here we go, right here and right now. I was waiting on these trolls to start coming in here, though. I really am. This is light work for me because I'm gonna let them hang around because I can tell already, ladies and gentlemen, that we got them hot under the collar, bothered. I'm not mad in the least. You think you could upset me? Here you go. Here's what APB Business says. You're mad at your phone? What? Mad at all? I haven't been mad at anything at all. But this is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I want to make sure I miss Julie B. Julie B says, what I think is funny is you think that you're above what is going on. Damn, Julie B, boy. And she says, going to happen to this country. You're going to pay more, blah, 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 blah. Boy, y'all all are wrong. Every last one of you, if you believe in this type of agenda, you're wrong. Wrong. Wrong like two left shoes. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. But as I made sure to say this before, we're talking about the fake news. I'm going to come back to the tariff things much later. But if you bring it up again, you know what? I'm going to have to, because you're not respecting the platform. That's what I asked. I had a rule, right? What is my rule? So I'm asking you naysayers, what is my rule? Because, that's the thing about it. Now, I gave you a choice, right? And I gave you a chance. I'm fair. I'm actually pretty darn fair, right? I am. I'm very fair. There you go. Tony, it's pointless. These people can't be reasoned. I know they can't. I just like trolling them because they thought that they were going to come in this room and troll me. And I know it's pointless, though, Casper. It is. Because I got relatives. I have dealt with liberals most of my life, man. And I know the playbook of where they're coming from. They ask a question with another question, with another question, with another question to basically get you in an aha moment. I got you. Not an aha, but I got you moment. And that's basically what it is. Carlton says, I'm subscribing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And anybody else is more welcome to subscribe as well. See, the thing about with me, as opposed to a lot of other channels, I'm not bothered by the trolls. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, we're sitting on facts. We have the majority of the country, the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, and the popular vote with Trump. You think what their little peon things that they have to say going to bother? We as the citizens have spoken. I haven't heard one of them talk about the Constitution. So you have people like Aaron and the other business dude, whatever. These guys, to me, are what we call APE and all the rest of them. They are anti-American because they don't like, as I said before, the freedom of speech. They want their narratives to be pushed on this liberal agenda type stuff, which is funny. Tony B is another one, delusional, because what he wants to do is keep asking the questions. Tony B, I know the playbook. I know it. That's why I'm not bothered at all. Why should we be bothered? We're the majority of the people. It's you guys that disconnected yourself from your family during your holidays, right? I didn't disconnect mine, but a lot of you guys have disconnected your family, shave your hair, and all the rest of this stuff. And one thing I really don't like, I don't like a liberal male. And I mentioned this before. Liberal men makes no sense. I can understand more from the women, but from a man being liberal, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. A heterosexual male that is a liberal makes no sense whatsoever. Not at all. No, I'm not calling you. I'm just talking about men in general. If I would have said Aaron, that would be different, but I didn't say that, Aaron. I'm talking about men that are liberals. Really. A says, coming from a conservative, you need to get a hobby, brother. I got a hobby trolling you, my brother. And I trolled any of you as well, though, too, because you guys are funny to me, you know? because the majority of this room is just looking at you guys and they just laughing. This is comedy. This is really amateur night at Apollo, is what you guys are doing. I mean, I'm not even busting my gut laughing, but it's sad to see the uh the lack of vision, can't see the forest before the trees, just upset about it. But going back to the fake news again, ladies and gentlemen, let's deal with that. They have been used to, between the 12 and 16 years of being allowed to get away with this rhetoric, and we should have shut this down a long time ago. The best thing is that we shut it down now. And now that we have Trump, yeah, I see you right there. Son of Cool says, Trump 2024. That's exactly what it is. Trump is the man of the hour, and he's going to lead us in new perspectives that we have never, a new direction, I should say, that we ever have before in our life. I'm going to say this, though, as well, too, ladies and gentlemen. Going back to the fake news thing, if Elon buys that MSNBC, man, it's already a wrap at all. But we are showing the left that tolerance is the MAGA movement. We are the group of love. We got people in the LGBTQ that even agrees with the Trump policies and things like that. Because again, they only been weaponized. And like I said, we're not blaming LGBT. All is welcome. But what I'm saying is that they're coming from these type of points with no type of common sense. Only thing I've been talking about the whole time is common sense and common decency. But the left does not have common sense and common decency. What they do, we can't even seem to have an actual intellectual debate. It's about name calling. It's about being upset. You dummy, you this, you that. And that's where they come from, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, this is where we are. But going back on here, talk about the fake news a little bit more now. I really see this, like I said, the envisionment of the future where we don't have to deal with any of the stuff. Men are men, women are women, and they're loving it. And it's a great thing. Men are men and women are women. They are loving the fact that the majority of people in this country, that we don't have to deal with that. We're going to be bringing religion, actually is coming back into the schools, the Bibles and everything. And the majority of the people in this country are still Christian, with Christian morals. And we're going to love it. And we're going to be celebrating Christmas. And we're going to have a Bible in the school. Prayer is going to be back in the school, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming back. Yep. So all this stuff is coming back. It's going to be those good old days where we have religion, and anybody that's not a Christian, you're welcome too. Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, you guys can be able to pray in the schools, and that's the way it should be, right? Trump, I love what Trump said. Trump says that he's going to be taking the power away from the government and then turning it back over to the people. And that's the most important thing, though, right? We're talking about the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right? These are the things that make America great, right? This is the most freedom of press, the free press, because Trump also is going to have it where once he's in, we're able to go to Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to have my press pass to be able to ask Trump some questions and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing, though, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing the vision already of where Trump was going to take us as Americans, man. We are going to be going in new heights, new directions, no matter what the minority naysayers had to say, because they don't stand on fact, they don't stand on principle, they don't even have vision. It's about lies, deception, and seeing if they can get your goat to get you upset. But as you can see, I'm just letting them in the room chat because I'm not responding to that. And for you guys that are responding positive, I'm gonna deal with this in a minute once I'm done. But at any event, so we're going in a new heights, new direction, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the thing about it, though. The majority of the people have spoken. because we did it with our vote. I mean, we whooped Kamala Harris' ass. We handed her ass where she get on the TV drunk, have the bed hit and everything. She actually thought that she could be able to take on. Talking about when she's president, I'm gonna budget. I'm a budget. She gonna budget America's deficit when she can't even budget a campaign, man. This is the thing about it, though. Over, was it 20 million owed to the vendors? And guess who had to pay for that? Lisa Dupree said Trump with the love thing. Guess who had to pay for that, right? You know who had to pay for that? Trump did. Trump went on to pay those vendors. And Trump didn't even have to do that. Trump 2024, I love it. And this is my way that I love trolling the people that call themselves trying to troll me. Trump 2024, Trump is the best thing America as well as the world have gotten. You know what I'm saying? Trump is the stuff. Trump for life. That's what I'm talking about. Donald J. Trump. Donald John Trump. Boy, the man of the year. Actually, he's the man of the century because he's going up against the Federal Reserve Bank, going against the taxes. It's a lot of stuff, boy. He's well respected from many nations. And when we get this fake news thing under control, ladies and gentlemen, because like I said, we got to deal, we're chopping the legs off one piece at a time. Because the liberal left, they eat their own. You know what I'm saying? They eat their own. So this is the thing about it. Trump right now, he got so many women that love Trump alone. Women for Trump. That's why the liberals are upset with the women too, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them in the comments, though. You guys see them in the comments, and I'm just loving it, though. You think I'm rattled? Yeah, no, I'm not. Because we are the majority spoken, right? I mean, this is the thing about it. The Trump people, in fact, show your support in the channel if you rock with Trump. If you rock with Donald Trump, show your support in here, though. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them know, just give them a little bit of taste of what it's like that we have the majority, which it is, because we have it in the vote. This is the thing about it. They haven't been the same ever since. Trump rocks. Show your support if you're rocking with Donald Trump. Not me, Trump. This is what it's all about. It is called the Trump train. And for you naysayers, we got plenty of room for you guys to be on the Trump train as well. MAGA for life, make America great again. And we're going to have a MAGA channel, a news that's going to be coming in the future. Because it's already here. Elon Musk laid down the groundwork, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he did. By buying the best thing in the world is buying Twitter. We turned that garbage network the garbage social media over to what? It's called X already. Boy, he balanced it, got rid of the bloating, fired a lot of people that weren't working and doing things, just like he's going to do with this government and this economy. You will see. So the thing about it, him and Vervik Ramaswamy, Trump has appointed them to take on the task. We already finding out where all this money has been going to. It's just money laundering from the low-down liberal left anyway. These people in the White House does not work on our behalf. They've been working against us the whole time, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. So the thing about it is simply this. Now that we are finding out these silly things, Trump, I love it. Sharon, I love it. Yep, Dombrowski, I love it. Trump, fight. That's exactly what it is. But going back to it, we've been finding out a lot of this nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. And what makes the fake news fake, once again, because we've been getting all this type of pushback, trying to, but it ain't working. The View is going to get canceled any day now. Look at Joe Scarborough and what's her name? They had to go to the White House over a week ago to kiss that ring. Yes, they do. Yes, you do. And eventually they had to go in and do it. They're going to have to go and kiss that ring. Joe Scarborough, man, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, if MSN and CNN and all the rest of them were working so well, you know, they wouldn't be worried. But they are losing their viewership, man. It is falling down, going on deaf ears. The majority of the people go online on the social media and hear people like myself and other people. Because everything I'm saying is I try to stay within the Constitution. Because once again, this is what make America great. Trump advance. Yep. Trump advance, ladies and gentlemen. Advance. He's advancing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yep. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we are in the right position right now. We are in that position going towards in the right direction, which is absolutely the right direction, as I said before. And see, that's the thing about it. Reason why I brought up the fake news. Let's go ahead and go into this thing. I was going to save it to a little later, but Trump has Epstein. Somebody brought up Epstein, but I'm gonna put it like this: Trump has Epstein's little black book. He has all the contacts of those people that been on that Epstein island, just like they have the Diddy tapes. And like I said, man, we're just getting started. Wait until when Trump dropped the hammer on these people, and these are politicians, not just celebrities. No wonder they want to leave up on out of this country, right? Because we're going to see, as well as the naysayers are going to see, their heroes go up in smoke when we discover who these pedos, lovers are, and so forth. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. And like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the greatest position right now. You know what I'm saying? We are in the greatest position right now. And Mike Hunt, you need to shut up, first of all, because I can already tell that you take your orders from a black woman. That's why I say, man, you mean to tell me, like I said before, black liberal men are disgusting to me because they allow their women to be the head over them. He's scared of his mama. You claim he ain't scared of nobody else. But you know, most black men are scared of their mama, and they're scared of women in their family. So ain't nobody remotely even concerned about what you got to say. You the ones that vote against your own best interests in the first place. You don't even have the education of your own party. Do you realize that the Democratic Party is the ones that enslaved blacks in the first place? This is one of the main reasons as to why we don't have a community no more. And you want to hold that up in a great thing, you know? Look at your presidents. They all hated blacks. You think Franklin D. Roosevelt was a lover of blacks? He wasn't, you know? We could talk about him as well and all the rest of them. This is the nonsense that are coming from the left. Like I said, I can't stand liberal black as well as white and other. If you are liberal heterosexual male, you guys are even worse. I mean, you really are. Because once I said, Trump is the truth. He's the GOAT. And like I said, you guys can't do nothing about it. That's why I'm allowing you in this room, because I'm trolling you guys at the same time. So don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. I like to troll these trolls that stay in here because they thinking that they're being disruptive. They aren't. They're just showing off how stupid and how much they are under a woman's skirt tail. And that's why they're in here right now. See, it would make a little bit more sense with women doing it. But as a man, you know what I'm saying? This is what I say. With the men, you hear that noise? I just want to slap you from ear to ear because you don't make any sense. That's the thing about it. Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Mike said, this dude is speaking truth. I appreciate it. I never want to lie. I always want to speak the truth. And this is why right now that we don't have no respect from other people in the black community, because they constantly allow their women to lead over them. And like I said, we should have had more blacks voting for Trump. But we only had like, what, 23, 22%, 21%, which is a start. It was better than it was before. It was like 12%, I believe, back in 2016. But like I said, the numbers are going to steady keep going up because I don't take my direction from a woman, let alone a black woman. But a lot of them do. That's why they're upset. See, they get upset when I speak the truth, ladies and gentlemen, and I troll them at the same time to show how ignorant they are, you know? And they can't take it, they can't stand it, and that's what they do. They go in here and they think they're trying to troll. I'm a very good troller. I troll people in their other channels too. But at least I'm a little bit more constructive. I troll them with facts, ladies and gentlemen. That's the difference between me. You notice what they do? They just come in here, bubble boy, sissy boy. They're the ones, bubble boy, sissy boy, because if you are backing a party that have been destructive historically with your own community, you know, and you still want to hold that up right then and there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense at all. But they're in this room, and like I said, I'm gonna give it to them even harder because I'm about to go even harder, you know, on these type of people. You know, there it is. So this is why, and I love it with the black men that take their orders from black women. They take their marching orders. They under her skirt tail and things like that. They're afraid of them more than they are men. They really are. It's a sad thing, but it's true. But when it comes down to Trump, like I said before, a real alpha male that put his life on the line, getting his country back together, and have changed policies, get respect from people like Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, Nelson Yahoo, Hamas have already stood down, ceasefire. Why doesn't the real news? They don't talk. I mean, the fake news, not the real news, but the fake news. They don't talk about the things and the positive accomplishments of Donald Trump. They will not do it. They will not do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a shot heard around the world with Trump when he became elected president again. And when he gets sworn in there, I do plan on being at the inauguration. It's going to be a beautiful thing that the world have never seen. They celebrate them as far as in Japan. All over the world, they're saying Trump, Trump, Trump. In the UK, they're happy that Trump, Trump, Trump. Australia, Trump, Trump, Trump. Germany saying Trump, Trump, Trump. Everybody else in these countries around the world are saying Trump, 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 because they understand Trump is backed by the divine, the Almighty, though. You know, the Almighty just turned Trump's head to the side. And when they turned this head to the side to make sure that bullet didn't hit his head, man. And that's why I say this is why we still here right now. Even you religionists, people that follow religion, especially Christianity, y'all know what y'all Christians rock with me. I get a lot of religious people that come in my room too. And I appreciate you guys, man, you know, that's making the channel great. And like I said, we're gonna give it to these trolls, man. We're giving it to them right now. Everything I've been saying is factually true. They just coming up with lies and deceit, emotional women. That's what I call the feminine, liberal men, which I cannot stand, are nothing but a bunch of emotional, feminine women. You know, there's a little crow there, you know. Look at that crow. That's my crow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding. But other than that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you love Trump, you got to love Jesus, because to love Jesus is to love Trump, man. That's what I'm saying. We got him right here, right now. They're going to get this country back together. God loves America so much, and he wants to make sure that America, we're the last frontier for freedom, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get any better than this. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't. And like I said, when we up under this thing with the fake news and these agendas that they try to run, if we won, ladies and gentlemen. Critical race theory, whites, you could go back to being, you don't have to feel guilty. Slavery was a long time ago. Let them soak. Now, I'm really trolling right now. They'd have had these old fake black leaders, and all of them are on the take anyway. You ain't got to listen to Al Sharpton, and all the rest of them, because they have no leadership. They never did. All they do is sit back here, bitch, whine, moan, and cry, and things like that. Now, guess what? Now that DEI is gone, you're going to have to compete like everybody else have to. Ain't going to be any other. They even have to change their narratives now, these so-called pro-blacks. Because if they were so pro-black, then they would fix their own community, right? That's why I say I control these. The black ones are easy to troll, just like the white guys that come in here and troll. That's the thing about it. Because look at it, underserved, right? Disenfranchised communities filled with a bunch of blight. I don't see pro-blacks going in there making a difference at all. They just some soy boys, suckers, and losers that live up under the skirt tail of their woman. That's the thing about it, though. So this is why I got to give them that work. I'm going to give them that business, you know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what it is. Us as conservatives, men, we know where our place is in society, just like with women. And again, we work alongside our women, building up, making things work together, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? My mother was, born as well, voting Democrat. Had to walk her down. I got her right now, and this is what I do, man, because when we can sit at the table and I can give them the factual information, I go into in fact, my next video, and ladies and gentlemen, for you guys that have been watching my short on the birth of the Republican Party, I appreciate it. That one been getting a lot of traction as well for the short. And I said what I'm going to do, I'm going to start creating shorts. I'm going to do one on the Democratic Party as well, because I have to show these leftist people that have been voting left for a long time, especially in the so-called black community, though. They kind of show them where their party is and what they're voting for, how they're voting against their own best interests. So I'm gonna actually do that, though. That's gonna be on my next short. But in the meantime, though, the fake news is totally responsible because propaganda been around. What's that guy's name? He was the nephew of Sigmund Freud. I think his name is Eric Benines, I believe it is. He was the nephew of the actual Sigmund Freud. The German psychologist, which both worked around, I believe, under Hitler, shortly after World War One, going into World War Two. It's a book called Propaganda as well too. I suggest that you guys read that book, Propaganda, and you'll start to understand. They have used propaganda has been used not only just in the fake news media, but they use it as well when we start looking at like commercials, corporations. This is how they get you to buy stuff. They use emotions. And a lot of times with the movie industry, when they want to get you to watch a movie, they know the type of music, the frequencies. They know how to get people emotionally involved in the scene or whatever, or go out to the movie. The trailer got to be slapping, right? In order to get you to go out there to watch the movie. So that's the thing about it. This is a lot how propaganda works. So with propaganda, they have used this, especially on the liberal left. They were the ones that have told and convinced a lot of people that we are for the small guy, right? The blue collar, the group of tolerance, the group of love, right? These are the things that they have told us, right, about this, right? So to come to find out, before I even go on that, then they also say that the problem is conservatism, which is a bunch of white, stuffy, racist men, right? And then that's over the Republican Party. What they also did tell the truth on is that you had that same type of men that were the head of the Democratic Party as well. Because if you were to look at it, look at the Democrats, look at Nancy Pelosi. Remember the last live I did not too long ago? I said all these people that should be locked up. Nancy Pelosi, she's going to be in silver handcuffs as well. Chuck Schumer going to be in silver handcuffs. We're gonna be seeing what's this other one? Gavin Knucklehead Newscomb and all the rest of them. They're gonna be all in silver handcuffs because once again, their party is a bunch of full of you know what. And these people, like I said, we're all seeing it. They haven't been about the people at all. They have aligned themselves, just like with the fake news, they have aligned themselves with greed and corporations. We already know who's been bought and things like that. Tell me of any of them have we benefited under any policy that they have implemented in regards to being helpful to the American people? And the answer is no. It really hasn't. It hasn't changed anything. Only thing, Trump changed a lot of stuff because Trump was a disruptor in the whole thing. This is why the liberals are going absolutely nuts and crazy. I'm not trying to convince them in this room. They more welcome coming in here. They're not disrupting nothing. My conversation, and I stand 10 toes down and I double and triple down on what I said. So they're not disrupting nothing. They just in here wasting type space at this point. But going back to my point, the facts are the facts, right? And we stand on facts, we stand on principle, and we stand on the truth. That's the main thing that they don't have. So what they spend their time doing is coming into chats and rooms and trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's pretty much pointless. Because you think I waste my time trying to talk to liberals? Absolutely not. It's pointless, right? Why would I waste my time doing that? All will be revealed in time, because Trump haven't even gotten even sworn in yet, let alone the inauguration, though. We still got until January the 20th, So we know his policies, at least I do. I got his bullet points on his 20 points on his policies. And Trump is going to make promise on that like he has done before on some things. So no, they ain't running jack shit in this room. They're just wasting their time. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, I mean, don't matter to me. But but going back to my point with this fake news and everything, though, man, this is the thing about it, though, man. It's funny to me with the View and all this other stuff, and I don't even watch the View. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with any of that stuff, man. I deal with real journalists that I listen to. The real journalists are a lot of them on social media. I know who they are. And when I say about real journalists, you don't need to have a press credential to be a real journalist. Real journalists meaning that you report the truth and you're supposed to stay, let's say, neutral, in a neutral stance of reporting the truth. But the low-down liberal left can't seem to do that properly and correct. That's why we were in this space before. Now that we are able to breathe, ladies and gentlemen, we got the freedom back on our side, right? And the thing about it is simply this. We are the majority people that have spoken. We really have. We are in a beautiful light right now. We're about to go into the golden age right now. So the same people that's talking ish are going to be the same people that got to eat crow when we start going there. No taxes. It's going to happen. Yes, it is. No taxes. We won't have to be dealing with no taxes. They want to argue tariffs, and they're going to be learning to love tariffs. Here's a little fact for them. I'm going to give them a little bit because I said I was going to save it on the next one because I know someone try to call me out, and that's cool. I'm not bothered by it. But here's a little interesting history, and that's why they call it history. There's a lot of facts in history. If we were to go back into 1791, there was a guy under the federal that actually was the godfather of the Treasury, which is Alexander Hamilton, right? He was the one that orchestrated and put this whole thing together. And yes, they used tariffs even back then. This is up until 1913. 1913 is when the central bank was established. In fact, I'm going to be doing a short on this as well because a lot of things that I do is to be able to educate factual. This is actually what ended up happening. We never had a central bank. People long time ago made it off of not just tariffs, but we also had commodities and drill and oil and other precious resources that not only in the United States, but was also sold all over the world. And with manufacturing coming back, because Trump is going to we'll be able to have it where we're going to be like the leaders in manufacturing. We're going to be the biggest producers once again, made in America, where we could be able to compete And these are factual things that Trump ain't trying to do. He's already got a plan, been had a plan, because Trump been playing 4D chess while the low-down leftist Democrats are playing checkers. There's a big difference. That's why I'm way ahead of these clowns in the room that want to troll. I haven't even released everything. They trying to make me show my hand. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until I do, because when I do my real, like, things, I do my shorts, and those that have watched my shorts, please feel free. I even did one on, I did a real short on the Welfare Act of 1965, and that's picking up a little bit. But be sure to look at that short, because again, there's a lot of factual information that's in there that explains why the so-called black, that's why I call it so-called black community, because in that particular thing, you have the majority of almost 80% of black women single, with children and no father in the home. And I gave a real good factual information why that is. So therefore, y'all be sure to check that short out. And I'm going to be doing other educational shorts, putting the proper information out in regards to what happened, how we got here, you know. So I'm going to do one on the Democratic Party as well. This party have officially been established since 1828, if we were to look it up. We're talking a long time ago, you know. I'm going to talk about that. This is right before the Reconstruction period and so forth. But we're going to go and talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. I dare to go there. We're going to definitely talk about it. So, yeah. And I appreciate you guys that are rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you rocking with me, talking about, you know, we're talking about some things and stuff. And yeah, Jesus Christ, Lord help us. I mean, we are getting the help. Your answers have been answered, you know, and it's going through Trump, and they're going to have to get on board with it. Either get on board, or you can be like the Hollywood elites. You can get yourself an airplane ticket, because nobody's saying you have to be here in America. Because again, you're saying that Trump is a Hitler. Why be in a place if you thinking that it's going to be such bad? I'm going to call you guys out. For you guys that's in the room, it's cool to have a disagreement, but why don't you get your plane ticket? Why be in if all this is going to go down right now? Now I'm addressing the trolls. If all this is going down right now, why don't you have your plane ticket? Hitler, if Trump is Hitler and the Gestapo's are going to be coming in and kicking the doors in, well, why don't you go ahead and get you a plane ticket and go and get into another country? If there's any country better than America, but I'm saying, why don't you, all you got to do is follow the Hollywood elite. You worship them so damn much. Why don't you go over there? Why don't you go over there? Because, like I said, you're sadly mistaken if you think a country is better than America. For you to be able to have this freedom to be able to say what you can say right now, you think you have this freedoms going to China or anywhere else? No, you won't. You know, and like I stand on that. I welcome all. I welcome all. But here's the thing about it. Once again, I welcome all that comes into the room. But at the same time you really haven't said anything that has been constructive. All I'm hearing and reading is tariffs, 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 because you're only repeating what you hear on the fake news. That's why I brought that up. See how propaganda works? Neither of you are an economist, first and foremost, at all. And neither are the people that's reporting the news. But the information that I have is coming from an economist that have made this work in the past and going to make it work again. This ain't the first time Donald Trump introduced tariffs, by the way. Tariffs have been around. Tariffs been around before Trump. If you go back in history, 1791 to be exact. This is how far tariffs have gone. America was doing just fine. American people wasn't paying taxes. Do you absolutely think that Americans a long time ago, before 1913, were paying taxes? You know, because you don't know your history if you think we were. We weren't. We didn't even have a central bank or a Federal Reserve. There was no such thing until 1913. Right there. Right there. So that's the thing about it. Look up Alexander Hamilton. Look this stuff up. You know, Sharon says run lefties run. That's the thing about it, Sharon. They don't know their history. They don't even want to go back and even deal with what I'm saying. And instead of, if you can prove that I'm a liar, then I say manifest the evidence. This ain't, I'm not making this stuff up. It's already there. It's in our history in America. You know, that's what I'm saying though. I'm not getting in a debate with these dudes because what they want to do is they want to get you in the aha of that gotcha moment. That's what they've been taught to do. I haven't seen not one of them go back in there in the past, in the history, to look up to cite what I'm saying was a lie. They won't do it. You know what I'm saying? He said, here he is saying he is. You don't know history because he won't go in there. These are the same people that won't look at Trump's policies. These are the same people that don't have no history on how the Federal Reserve works. They don't know these things, though, at all. I know this because everything I'm saying is factually true. True, everything. Everything I said is true. There's a saying that Trump always says, I'm right about that too. Yeah, he's been right about a lot of things, whether you hate him or love him. He's been right. And again, he's right about taking this country back and putting it back on the right track. It's absolutely true, you know, because not one of you that's been my detractors have said anything that was actual factual. You repeat what you hear on the news. That's the first thing. I'm not repeating what I'm hearing on the news. You don't hear the news talk about the Federal Reserve Bank. Are you kidding me? They don't talk about stuff like that. They're not going to give you the history. They don't talk about stuff like that. You guys just talk and repeat the same old nonsense. That's why when I hear this stuff and thinking that you're clever. Bunch of liberal idiots that believe in propaganda. You don't read, let alone. You want to spend your Saturday mornings thinking that you try to get under somebody's nose, and you're not. Like I said, the liberal woman I can tolerate, but a heterosexual man that's a liberal, your policies don't do shit for you. And you still want to hold it up. And I know why. Because if I get next to the women, and all this is for the attention and trying to attract women. That's the only reason why the liberal left men do this. One of the main things, and I mean, just being real. They don't have anything. You know? They don't have anything. They haven't said anything yet that has been constructive. They heard somebody come up with the word Trump and Hitler. Here they are repeating the same old nonsense. Same old stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You mean to tell me, shoot, who's trolling who? I've been trolling them the whole time. I troll people with facts. This is what I do. I troll them with facts. I don't troll them, and I can troll them with my opinions too. But I try to stay on my facts more so. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Hold on for one moment. Got to throw something away. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So yeah, so that's the thing about it. Ladies and gentlemen, ain't nobody, I don't gotta be that type of guy to have my room. Anybody that been following me long enough now know that I'm not triggered by libs at all. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't be either, because if you stay on, all you gotta do is stay on facts with these guys. They'll cancel themselves out. I mean, that's just how it is because they repeat the same old talking points that they hear on the news. And when you give them an answer, they want to get another one. They're not looking for the answers. They've been disingenuous the whole time. You know, they really have. They're the reason why the country has been going down. We've been going downhill for a long time. And now that we have taken America back, they are the minority group and their leadership is gone. They are in disarray. Do you absolutely think that a Democrat, let me ask you guys this question, and things. Do you absolutely think that a Democrat is going to get back into the White House in 2028? Because if you do, I got a bridge to sell you. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. You know why it's not happening? Because people are going to see Trump after his 4 years of being in the White House and going to see how well how he got this economy back on track, from the jobs, no wars. The wall is going up, and that wall is going up. You know what I'm saying? Mass deportation. The libs do not have any type of policy when it comes down to not only just protection of this country, but of the economy. They are totally in for it for themselves. Trump never took a paycheck for being president at all. He never had to. All these other presidents took the pay, and some of them were already rich. They took the pay. They took the salary of what a president make. Trump didn't do that at all. He didn't have to. He didn't have to. Right there, he didn't have to. And another thing about it is that when we see Trump as being the best president we have since Abraham Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? The best president that the world will ever see, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, you know? But like I said, I am feeling very good, and I have been for quite some time. That's why I say, you know, when you get under libs' collars, when you start preaching facts to them, hitting them with facts, slapping them up upside the head with facts, when they come back with an insult, that's when I got them. And some of them already got them. I already got them already. None of them have any factual information. I want you guys to think about this. Not one fact at all. A bunch of opinion nonsense. Never seen anything factual at all. See? That's all they know how to do. And they think they're clever, but they're not. That's the whole thing about it. I have given historical facts, what is going on right now, how it relates to Trump and what he's going to be doing. We got J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance be filleting them too, man. You know what I'm saying? J.D. Vance, man, I'm a big fan of. I didn't know a lot about him, but one thing for sure is I seen how he got down with that in that debate. You got Tampon Tim Waltz, you know, which is nothing more than a soy boy disgrace. Tampon in the boys' room. What you say? Tampon in the boys' room. Yeah, we don't need any of these type of gender ideologies. That's why they're gone, ladies and gentlemen. They are gone. You ain't got to be nice. Political correctness is gone. DEI is gone, meaning that you didn't earn it. It's gone. You know, critical race theory, gone. Transgender ideology, gone. Men and women's sports, gone. You know what I'm saying? These are actual facts that I've been saying, you know. Everything I said. Transgender youth, these children, gone. You know, what's another one that's gone? There's so many of them that's actually gone. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. That's how you know God exists. You know, it's gone. We don't have to deal with any of your nonsense. You're going to have to get on board with it. And I'm just loving trolling these trolls. Gone. You know what I'm saying? All of it gone. You have lost. You are pathetic. You's a loser. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. You know what that's off of? That's off of Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory. That's what that's off of. Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's that thing about it. You know, so that's the thing about it. And like I said, trolls or not, You still give visibility to me, you know. But for my people and things like that, that really rock with me, because that's the thing about it, though. Yeah, this is you guys. No, this is the country. And you see, Ibrahim, you've been talking a lot of nothing since you've been in here, man. You guys been talking some stuff. And Ibrahim, like I said before, you come back when I do my other thing. I'm gonna either do it on the tariffs or the other thing. But I invite you back, Ibrahim. You know what I'm saying? So I can roast your behind like I really wanted to. I didn't get you today though, and that's cool. I got you on another level. But when you come back in here, I'm gonna show your soy boy ass and everybody else in here that's the trolls though. I'm gonna show you what I'm working with for real, for real. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I said, because I got something for Ibrahim, you know what I'm saying? You make sure that you ain't on that illegal immigrant list, Ibrahim, because your behind gonna be bounced right up on out of here, Ibrahim, you better not be an illegal though, because like I said, Tom Holman is coming for you. What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs on you, brother? That's what's gonna end up happening, you know? You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's exactly what it is, man. We're gonna be in the best light ever. We get on here and get this what's right now. Yep. No, I ain't got it. I'm not on Ibrahim's level. I've been fun. Like I said, I've just been trolling them. Just with the facts. That's what makes my channel a little bit different. You ain't saying nothing though. How can I be upset with what Ibrahim had to say? You know what I'm saying? Now I may drop a personal right here and there. I'm just saying I hope that he's not on the. If he's American, we just want to make sure that his paperwork is right. That's all I'm saying. you know. Uh, oh man, that's something else, man. But yeah, I'm in really really enjoying it. Talking about this stuff. Allison, I appreciate you being a new subscriber as well. And anybody else that's a new subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me go back and see here. And normally I read a lot of comments, but I say I want to let the trolls, when they get tired of themselves, they know what to do. Freedom of speech. As long as they're not talking bad about somebody, because that's when we get them booted. Let me see here. Let me see a big Kununa. Let me see a take care 8. All right, hold on for a minute. Okay, all right. Let me see here. Let me see here. Mike Bimmer says lot of ads. Let me see here. D-Bear says, didn't she threaten to kill anyone? Who is the person that threatened to kill someone? Because I had so many messages going on. Just tell me the name and I'll take care of it. Because one thing we won't tolerate is threats or acts of violence. It will not be tolerated. Which one have said that? Tell me which one said it. I'll take care of it. Who said it? Who said that they were going to kill somebody? Who said it? Big Kahuna, you didn't say it, did you? I make you famous. Let me see here. Who said it? He took out an ad. Trump said it. Okay. Well, here's the thing about it. Like I said before, it's been fun with your trolls. It really have. If I'm talking about the ones that have been trolling, and because like I said before, you won't see the thing about it. I don't need to get into these type of debates dealing with these people because, like we said, they would never ever. They don't like history. They don't like to read, and they only listen to what the media has to say. They act like this fake, phony media is the be all, tell all, which is absolutely absurd, and things like that. Deb says, innocent black people. Those are facts. Innocent black people. Those are. Elaborate more on that, though, for me. Please elaborate, Deb, Debs. Yeah, please elaborate on that. Mike Bivens says, funny. Funny. there is what Trump said and what the media said he said. Ooh, I'm missing something. Okay, let me see here. Mid Doctor says the Democrats were hopeless. Mike Bibb says, "Yep, truth is coming out from this channel. Appreciate it." Dad says he took out and he took out an ad, bro. He said it's not media, black people. I'm trying to what so Dabs, what did he actually say? You have to enlighten me, just educate me. What did he actually say about black people? What's the next thing they said about what Trump said about black people? What did he say? What did he say? Mike Bivens says, oh yeah, this is the famous Mike Bivens. I like you on New Edition, Mike Bivens, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got a celebrity in the house. This is Mike Bivens from New Edition. Y'all remember Mike Bivens, Belle Biv DeVoe? That girl is poison. Man, I'm just teasing you, Mike Bivens, man. It's all good. Nope, he said that they were guilty in the ad after they pled guilty. Mike Bivens says he's talking about an incident from 30 years ago. Oh, come on. Oh, my gosh. Big Kahuna says he's talking about the Central Park 5. Might as well say it's 30 years ago, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? God dang. Dad says, don't act like you don't know about Central Park 5. Dad, I'm not even going to entertain that. That's not your problem. That's not your problem, please. It's old stuff. Old. Mike Bivens says, Trump took out. See, I told you they want to get you in the, I got you. See, that's what they live for. I got you. They want to, I got you. Instead of what the man doing for the whole damn country. Because I could get you, I know some Trump policies of what he did for black folks that you're not even aware of. But I'm not gonna do you like you tried to do me though. Because that means I'll be stupid to your level. I'm not gonna do it. But other than that, Nick Jackson says, ha ha ha. That's exactly what I was talking about, thinking. Belle Biv DeVoe. Yeah, I know though, Nick Jackson, right? We got Michael Bivens in here, boy. Smack him up, rub it down. Oh no, that girl is poison. Boy, that was the jam there, boy. They had Ricky Bell, Michael Bivens, Ralph Transvan, you know what I'm saying? Even Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill had to hold it down when Ralph Transvan broke up. Those boys out of Boston, Bobby Brown, I was rolling with that in the 90s, boy, Tenderoni, are you kidding me? Mr. Telephone Man was all right, but, I looked at your name, Mike Bivens. I said, yeah, we got, ladies and gentlemen, I got Michael Bivens in here, man. He was the one that created ABC Group, another bad creation. Don't think I don't know about your work, man. Very good producer, ladies and gentlemen. And things. I've always been a big fan of your work, man. You've been doing great. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you gonna make me after this live. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some Belle Biv DeVoe right now, along with some New Edition. Nick Jackson says, "Oh no, I know, right?" So Mike Bivens says, "No, but you can't judge someone on one event." No, it's all good though, man. That's true. You can't judge someone on one event. I'm not trying to say that Trump was exactly correct about Central Park 5, but ladies and gentlemen, you can't crucify this man for one thing. There's things that you have done that you could say that you wouldn't have. Even myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got to stop putting people that we see in the media and as in they can't make no wrong or do no wrong. But I'm just saying, that's why I said we still holding him accountable for something like that. I mean, come on now. Central Park 5 shouldn't be the situation of black folks. Black folks, we've been dealing with this stuff way before Central Park 5. Tell me I'm lying. I'm lying, right? Police brutality that has been going on, a lot of other things, social injustice has been going on. Come on now. I'm not saying that this stuff is going away, you know. It's going to be real. Big Kahuna says they were convinced for, for the great, because I can't say the other word, great, and they pled guilty. So he was mad. Even Democrats backed him up. Because let's go and be real. If you're going to call out Trump, let's call out Kamala. I mean, I'm not saying Kamala. Crooked Hillary Clinton. She was the one that says they're a super predator. Did she not call blacks as a super predator? This is what she said right around with that GN6 thing, if I'm correct. She said that. Now, I didn't have to go that far back about crooked Hillary Clinton, because we got Benghazi, Anthony Williams' laptop. We also have the Clinton Foundation over there in Haiti. There's a list of things that I can go on with the Clintons alone. Come on now. We're going to throw that out. Why not bring that up? Right? Let's be real. The First Step Act. Yeah, the First Step Act. Are you referring to the one for the prison as well, too? The Prison Reform Act, because that was the First Step Act there as well. There says, you mean fact. Of course you won't. Hold on, I just said, see, it is. You got to stop. Get off of this. I want to get you in the I got you moment. You guys got to stop doing that as libs, man. You should be able to stand on your own facts on something instead of always trying to get Republicans on the I got you moment. Because what does that do in the long run? Does it feed your ego, or is it going to be a benefit to the country? We done already played it your game. We played it your way. Your presidents, even Obama, your Clintons, look where our economy has gone. We are in wars, right? Look what's going on. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Debs. Don't do it to me now. All right, so Metaverse says, give me more policies because I can't think of one. All you got to do is go to Donald Trump's website, which is Donald J. Trump. And there you will see where we'll talk about Agenda 47. Pull that up and you will see all his policies. I know his policies, but I'm giving you the homework assignment, so therefore you can do it for yourself. Mike Bivens says, Debs, your First Step Act. Deb says, and they were found innocent. And Debs, see what this I got you moment. See? You see? Not only that Trump made a mistake, but he wanted to double down on this nonsense. You're talking about then. So let me ask you this. Since they were found innocent, which is a good thing, who said it was a bad thing? That's the thing. Who's saying that this stuff is a bad thing? Sometimes, it's a lot of times, I should say a lot of times, don't really make sense. Mike Bivens says, policy, policy. First Step Act, policy, 2 children tax credit. Yeah, that's, with the First Step Act. These are a lot of things in Trump's policies right now. There's a lot of other ones as well, too. I know many of them. He's going to shut down the border. Don't forget about that one. The border is going to be closed. The finishing of that wall is going to be completed. And also, mass deportation that the world never seen, drill, baby, drill. I'm just naming some of them down right now, right? We're going to be energy efficient again. It's going to get rid of critical race theory, transgender ideologies, right? Any schools teaching this type of stuff, they're going to lose their funding, right? This is stuff he said. Also, he said no tax on tips, no tax on OT, right? These are programs that he is actually implementing once he takes office, right? What else did he say? You got to love no tax on OT. So you mean to tell me you're against that? That's going to benefit everybody. Everybody wins on that, right? These are the things that he's going to be doing, and much more, right? He's also said he's going to be removing the men out of women's sports. We were never about that anyway. The way that woman got hit over in the Olympics or whatever, she said she never got hit or kicked that damn hard in her life. What about the volleyball player? The guy that was on the volleyball, or the women's volleyball, went up for that spike and hit that woman in the head, gave her permanent brain damage. But these are the stuff that they're championing over. I'm over here showing how insane your liberal policies are. And then you want to be grooming children, drag queen, reading to children. We want to see this stuff? We're funding this stuff? No. We're gonna stick on the insane policies coming from the left that we didn't vote for and agree with. That's what we're gonna talk about. Dad says, you mean the act that here we go now. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Right here. Someone else came up with Dad, you have some weak arguments, man. You really do. You just weak. Just say that you hate Trump. Why don't you just say that? I think you did say you hate Trump. What you call him, Hitler? Why don't you just call it what it really is, right? And then he's got down here like trying to take credit for lowering and saying like he's trying to take credit. He ain't got to take credit on it. Sometimes he's improved on things and make it better. Is that what a president's supposed to do? He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, though. But I see what it is, Deb. You hate him because you've been convinced by the media that he's some type of tyrant and a Hitler. That's what you're looking at. If anybody's seeing color, it's you. That's what it is. You're the one with the problem, not him. He's done more, been assassinated. His character, plus, guess what? He's been acquitted on all charges. How about that? Never had anything in to begin with. But it's people like you that got the problem. It's called Trump derangement syndrome, Daz. Mike Bivens says hip hop is the USA, and only genres of music will we watch mature. I just appreciate you being in the room, Mike Bivens, man. I mean, because like I said, I've been a big fan of y'all's stuff though too. I got Mike Bivens in the room though. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Mike Bivens, boy. I looked at your name. I said, I'm gonna come back around to that. I'm glad you just hung around though. And let me, cook these trolls with facts. Metaverse Initiative says a child tax credit is great, but it's not really a policy. And then we have here, what else we have here? And then Mike Bivens says, Dad, you're done. I named 2 policies, which you did, and your answer was, that's what I'm saying with him, Mike Bivens, man. I don't take Dad's serious at heart. I don't take him serious. You can't. He's been disingenuous since he came into this room. Because once again, he's going to keep asking policies. I can do the same thing to him. And then you know what he's going to do? He's going to deflect it with another Trump question. This is what they learned how to do. That's why they lost the election. And his party is no more. Nobody's worried. Nobody's concerned or even thinking about the Democratic Party. Are you kidding me? You're done. So, like I said, it's cool that you attempted, Mike Bivens. I could have gave him, but I've been down this path before. I know how these liberals like to get down. In their whole mission, because he already let the cat out the bag with Central Park 5, because this is what they do. They say that Trump was wrong about something, or they will look for any type. They love bringing up Medicare, right? Privatization. A lot of them believe, that's going away. It's about trying to get you. I got you. If people like Dez would be more upfront and say, yeah, you know what, I get off on getting conservatives, and I would have more respect for people like Debs if he would go with that, if he would run with that, and I'll say, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. But they don't. They try to come in here trying to say that they're all about the people, which is bullshit, because their policies are bullshit. It ain't never been about the people. Democrat libs are about separating, using emotions, using fear, and to keep people divided. Like they destroyed the black community the same way. And these were actual facts. And when I make my next short, it will be reflective. You'll see it today because I'm going to put it up later today. But you will see it. And I'm going to give a little history in regards to what happened in the early 60s and how it was put together and how they destroyed our community by destroying the family nucleus. They would never talk about stuff like that. And this is a Democrat policy that they refuse to want to look at. Mike Bivens says, false fake news, Dan. Yep. Deb says, so by your logic, here we go again, murdering someone. Here we go. That, see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm getting off the track with Deb's what he's a Trump derangement syndrome type of person. And instead of being upfront with it, you want to try to always ask these questions and stuff. It's just, you just been disingenuous the whole time. You, Ibrahim, all you guys have been disingenuous, man. That's why I don't take you serious at all, man. And like I said, in a minute, you're gonna be guys gonna just be ignored because you already are ignored because the whole country is not rocking with what you got to say. You're gonna die on a hill by yourself. That's what's gonna end up happening. John Paddock, hey John, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Mike, you can't kick a field goal when the other side keeps moving the goalpost. What John said is what I basically said, because a question begins with another question, Mike Bivens. That's exactly what it is. Welcome back, John. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're going to always move the field post. They always do it all the time. They've been disingenuous from the beginning. I dealt with relatives like this. They don't have anything. They just deal on emotions, babble, psychobabble, nonsense type stuff. He's got to go way back to Central Park 5, where that case has already been settled. The brothers have been acquitted. And we're going to still bring this up, and you're going to still make this make sense. Man, if you don't get out of here with your nonsense, I done tolerated you long enough, man. You've been a disingenuous, you've been a hater ever since, or whatever. I give you a better solid. Why don't you go ahead and make your own live and then talk about the hypocrisy stuff that you stand on, and then I go in your chat and then I would hit you with facts. And you know what? You know what people like Dibs would do? You know what he would do? He would block me. You know why? Because I would get under his skin. He's been allowed to talk the whole time that he's been in this room. But had I would have gave him the favor, you know what he would have done, right? Libs can't take it. They don't like no type of criticism. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? Nick Johnson says yes, she did. And she still support her husband's crime bill initiative, trying to get a remix and implement under a new different guise. Mike Bivens says, John, you are more than correct. Yeah, he absolutely, because they'll hold this nonsense. They'll try to run this nonsense forever. That's why look at him. He over here with the crying laugh. This is what it is. Look at it. He gets off on this stuff. Look at him. Mike Bivens says, did Biden come up with all? Look at this. Now you asked a question. Did Biden come up with what you talking about, the first step thing with the child tax credit thing? You know what? I'm trying to think here. I know if Trump is going to take it over, it's going to be better. That's the only thing that I say about it. And some of these policies, even with the Obamacare, let's go back to the Obamacare. Who had to improve on that? Trump had to improve on that. And he has been improving on it. He's been improving on it. I'm not saying with Biden it wasn't a step in the right direction, but it was still was open to be improved on. In fact, that's one of his legacies before he left office. But his legacy would go down for the LGBTQ community. He was the one that weaponized those that group. They were like 4%. They were the ones that was weaponized. Dev says you're trying to say that you got facts, but you still wanting or waiting. Actually, Aaliyah, blah blah blah, didn't vote for Hillary. But not Aaliyah. I didn't vote for Hillary at all. If you're asking me, I didn't vote for I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton at all. I didn't even vote for Obama. I did not. I didn't vote for Bush either. I didn't vote for the only one I voted for was Trump. To be really honest, Mid Doctor says this is a rant about loss you make privileges. Yeah, you gotta get the typo right. Mike, big thing about it. Most of these people in here don't have any talk about tariffs like this other dude, Mid Doctor. Tariff, they hear this stuff and they just repeat this stuff. We got to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I don't take any type of. I'm not offended. This is why they're in here. Be allowed. They're even out here allowed to be. They come in here and have their different of opinion, but they do not have any policies. That's the whole thing about it. They don't have any policies at all. Not with this Cameron thing. It was the worst thing ever. Mike Bibby says, really? Racism? Yeah, I won't even entertain that. Me and Doctor in here trolling, and he know it. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the happy face to come up. Stock market went, here he is again. Platitudes and everything. Here they go. Here they go. That's a sad. I ain't gonna read them no more. Omega says, you honestly think libs will do homework? No, I don't think they'll do homework. I still throw that out there. You know, sometimes I could be hopeful, but they won't do it. You're right. Not unless they're in the class with exactly with studies. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, they won't do it because a lot of them are in here on Trump derangement syndrome. They're still mad and upset that they lost the election by a landslide. They cannot believe that the majority of the people in this country have sided with Trump on actual common sense policies, which they don't have. That's why they won't match up what they are. All they want to do is come in here and criticize Trump, which they're more welcome to do so. The problem is that when it gets to the point where what's the point? They just throw up comments and say stuff or try to ask questions about stuff. It's all disingenuous. That's why I don't even deal with them like that. Take them serious. I'm not answering their questions if you notice, because it's a waste of time. This is what it is. But I'm gonna read the ones. How about this? I'm gonna read you guys the ones that with common sense stuff, because I'm not even gonna give any of this stupidity. I'm not gonna shed any more light on it. Mike Bibbins says Sleepy Joe had the COVID comeback. Mike Bibbins says Deb, stupid argument. I said the same thing. I'm not gonna just read over Deb stuff. I can't see his stuff no more. Omega says typo. Thanks, autocorrect. I got you, Omega. I know what you. It's all good, man. I got you. John Paddock says there's pandemic. Yep. Fifi. Yeah, it's pandemic the whole time. Mike Bibba says wrong. Nick Johnson says nope. There is no place for any of that crap. No place. If any, in the privacy of one's own home, and that's it. Exactly. Nobody can tell what person do in their own home. But outside of that, we don't want to hear these old whacked out policies. Sharon Dombrowski says stock market runs on opinions, not emotions. Absolutely.
Let me put my other headset in. Hold on for a minute. I may sound a little further away, but I'm gonna fix it right now.
There we go. Got connected again. Yep, exactly. Let me see here. We're going to overlook that as well. We're only going to be dealing. I'm only going to read the common sense comments. That's fair, right? So Omega says to me, if you actually read the fascist manifesto, which I will, and compare it to what the Democrats have been doing since 1910, I'm a big history buff too. You know I'm gonna read that book. You will come to the realization that fascist recalls are, and I believe that though too. I do, Omega. I do, man. I like-minded people. I'm only gonna read you comments on it. I can't see the other people's no more. I've taken care of that because I gave them an opportunity. They just, you guys can see it, but they won't get no more shine on here. Mike Bibbins says, Debs, your confession, you're confused from listening to all the rhetoric. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mike Bivens. There's no hope for this guy, man. It's no hope for them. He's a never Trumper. I don't know why they won't admit it though. That's the funny thing about it. See, if I really dislike someone, I'm gonna be truthful. I'm not gonna be, disingenuous. I'm gonna say what it really is. I don't like this man, and I'm gonna tell you why. It would be better if he said, you know what, I don't like Trump because I think he's a racist. I think that nothing is going to work on this thing. He's going to have us all back in slavery. All he got to do is just say what he means instead of all this other stuff. They won't do it. That's why I say it's pointless. John Paddock says, Devs, Americans, all of us. They don't even believe that though, John Paddock. They don't even believe that they're all Americans. They've been displaying anti-American the whole time. Let's just keep it real. They don't see themselves. They see themselves in a society of just them. We are the ones in direct violation of how they see America. They think it's going to be unicorns, rainbows, trans. They don't. They are not the party of common sense. They're the party of the lack of common sense. And we had enough of the lack of common sense policies. That's been anti-American from the start. Let's keep it 100 now. Mike Bivens says, "What did Biden come up with?" Yeah, that's what I know he's asking them. And see, this is the thing though, Mike Bibbins. They cannot answer these type of things. They may bring up. I'd be lucky if they want to say one or two things. I give them a lot of credit if they were to say that. But we already know what Biden is famous for doing in this country though too. And the number one thing is allowing illegals to come in this country. He dismantled, he took away all 90 something of the executive orders that Trump put in place just for the border alone. Then lied to the American people by saying the border was secure. And all this time we were invaded by illegals. They will not answer it. They'll shy away from it. And they know it's to be true. They just don't like this guy. That's all it's about. It's feelings for them, not about facts. It's about feelings. That's what it's about. Omega says, Debs 419, you mean like every Democrat that has been funded by the banks. Ooh, you know the richest of the rich. Woo, boy, that's powerful stuff, Omega, man. I wasn't even gonna try to go there on this guy because he doesn't even like history. Like you said, you or John, one of y'all said they don't like the classrooms. I mean, what would be the point? You know? Yeah. Look at what Big Kahuna's had to say. Debs, 90% of billionaires are Dems. It's absolutely correct. It's true, sir. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Jackson says, I'm sorry, Nick Johnson, I'm thinking about Nick Johnson. I'm a big fan of his channel too. But Nick Jackson says to Debs, saying stuff like that is simple. Repeat of ain't you heard, I got you. Haven't you heard others say his billionaire buddies? Really? Yeah. In fact, I was going to do this. You guys made me remind, so I'm going to finish reading what you have to say. You have you have no solid ground to stand on, right? Which is true. Any of your attempt arguments, which have failed tremendously, pathetically bad for you. But yeah, absolutely for Debs, it's been bad, man. It's like I feel like I'm dealing with a little child here, man, because there's nothing at all that he's been willing to answer truthfully. about Trump himself. I'll be a type of man. I'm not even gonna, if I didn't like someone, I could just say what it is. This is America. You won't even say that you just don't like Trump just because. That's why we're having this attempt of a conversation. Not even a conversation. It's not even about educating at all. He refused to want to deal with that. But you know what? You guys gave me an idea. I said I was going to do it as well on one of my lives where we're going to talk about it. In fact, we're going to talk about with the Dems and the Republicans. I got a list of them that since they've been senators or congressmen, what their salaries were coming in and where they're making right now in their tenure. And we're going to talk about it because you just gave me an idea. Because the things that I try to do for people that may not be aware, because if you can come in as a senator for say making $250,000 or a president making that kind of money coming in, and then by the time you've been in there, that's why we need terms, right? Because the longer that they in Congress, they're making millions of dollars, billions of dollars for some of them. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at Chuck Schumer and these people, right? They making a lot of money. Just they've been in there for like eons. Are you kidding me? What? I mean, career politician. And the longer you're in there, the more corruption they allow coming in. Do you hear the liberal left calling this out? Absolutely not. They absolutely think that Nancy, people like her and Chuck Schumer and Adam Schiff and Mitch McConnell and all this, at least we know Mitch McConnell as MAGA Republicans. We know he's an old rhino of the old guard, which is the Uniparty and things like that. We don't rock with Mitch McConnell like this. And he's supposed to be a Republican. Liz Cheney, another rhino that made money off of her father and the deals that they had with the military industrial complex. Halliburton, come on now. Mike Bibbitt says they will say the trickle down effect doesn't work, but we had a great economy with Reagan and Trump. Absolutely, that is correct. Big Kahuna says 2K wouldn't have happened and put us in debt. Let me see, yeah, 2K, 25K. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, not 2K, but 25K. Yeah, because Kamala was talking about, what did she say? The opportunity economist, $25,000 for first-time home buyers or people that may want to get a start with a business. Now, you know and I know that $25,000, to run a business, we know that most businesses go down between 2 to 5 years. So $25,000 is going to help with a business or for a house. And who's going to pay for this? Who's going to pay for the $25,000? We know it ain't going to be the government. It's going to be on us. This is ridiculous. Mike Bivens says, Deb, I bought my house through hard work and I'm not giving you 25K for my tax money. I know that's right. Your money, hard-earned money, Mike Bivens, is your hard-earned money. Yep, exactly. John Paddock says, morning, Tony. Morning, John, man. I saw you in there. I shot it back to you earlier, man. I remember you from before. I appreciate you coming back again, man. I had a series of trolls in my room. This is probably about the largest one that I had since I've been streaming, which is all good. I'm familiar with them and things. For some of them, I'm familiar with them from other channels. So, yeah, they found me. It don't take that long. Big Kahuna says, BTW, the residents saw them eating cats and dogs. Yeah, exactly. You ever know? Trump even made mention of this on the debate thing with Harris. They wanted to make Trump like he was some type of senile old kook. That's what they tried to do, and it was terrible. With that, even made it as a popular meme. It brought more popularity to Trump. They're eating the cats and dogs. I love the meme myself. I thought the meme was funny, but it was the truth. It was the truth. That's what they were doing. Big Kahuna says Debs is going to miss his EBT card. Well, he's going to have to get out here and work. And this is where the problem is, though, right? Because as they always say, never feed the animals. Because why? Because when we do, they will lose their natural instinct for going out here, foraging for food, hunting for food on their own. And that's exactly what has happened in the poor income families. They have lost the ability of getting out here with that good old, competition and competing with other people. Case in point, look at the so-called black community. We were better off. You were thinking with Jim Crow segregation, that forced to have to be self-reliant. It forced to have to get out here and work. They wouldn't get by on welfare back then. There was no such thing. In fact, welfare wasn't even allowed. They weren't allowed to get welfare. Whites had it way before they had it. So, all these points that we're making, it just automatically takes the wind out of their sails. They don't have anything to stand on. That's why they come into rooms like mine, thinking that they're trying to be funny, disingenuous, Trump derangement syndrome, and I don't know. It's like they just get off on it. It ain't. I haven't one time been upset. Oh, are we going to block you? I've been allowing you just being in the room because I want everybody else to hear the insaneness that's coming out of people's mouths like this. You got 3 or 4 people talking to you, Devs, and you still stand 10 toes down on this foolishness. You really do. Okay, so Nick Jackson says, you one of those dudes. Yeah, you one of those dudes that's behind the scenes talk ish about Trump, right? About in person agrees with mass and love of Trump for the sake of conversation. Yeah, and I'm beginning to think so too, Nick Jackson, because I don't see any of the men and women, even in the black community. There's no anti-Trump signs out here marching or whatever like that. They don't do that stuff. All they do is complain amongst each other. They don't get out here and do any of this stuff. Big Kahuna says, Debs, you voted for Kamala. I know he did. He also believed that she was going to win, like most of them did. She had $1 billion budget, and what she could have done with that budget, she could have paid herself a little bit to get some speech classes or something to be able to know how to talk in front of people because she's horrible at that. I mean, she could have took the Dale Carnegie course and to learn how to do public speaking. How in the hell can you be in politics and don't know how to be a public speaker? That should be the first thing that you take some money on, investing on yourself. It's crazy to me, y'all. Yeah, so let me see. A Big Kahuna says Obamacare is so far gone, he couldn't get rid of it. He had to improve on it. Absolutely. Trump, as I said that earlier, all he did, we're not saying that he was the inventor of all these policies. They're trying to bring this up to try to say, well, we got you. Again, we got you because he have taken these policies and improved on them. And that's what you're supposed to do. Every president has an opportunity to improve on a policy. Why create another one when it would be easier to improve on it? I mean, that's just the way it goes. Mike Bivens says the Fs. So we should treat murderers equally as people who don't murder. This is a question of Debs once again. Yeah, I gave up on Debs a long time ago, to be honest. Nick Johnson says, see, you're taking it to a place that if I was standing in front of you, you wouldn't say nothing. I agree with you because I was about to mention that myself. Would say nothing but silence. I'm assuming that's what that means. LOL. Go ahead, though. I love the false confidence, which most of them have. Yep. If we were out on the street, it'd be a whole different animal. It sure would. Mike Bivens says, Debs, Kamala is going to save the world. Yeah, I mean, there's people that believe that. Big Kahuna says, men ain't no doctor. A witch doctor, maybe? Probably. Mike Bivens says, Devs, Israel is committing genocide, right? These are questions to you, though, Devs. Well, here you go again. Did we start the war? Here we go again. Well, we know who started the war. These are they're state-funded terrorists, though, Debs. This is what I'm saying to you guys. It's always a question with another question with them. They do this purposely to get your goat and to try to exalt you until they can find a "I got you" moment. It's sad that the liberal Dems, and this is the only thing they can stand on. They can't stand on no policies of their own. No trying to educate us in this room at all. It's just been cynical sarcasm, disingenuous type of behavior, put downs and let downs. That's all it has been from them. There's nothing good coming from this. And this shows you how insane that a lot of liberals are. That is hard. I don't have respect. I don't know how a male liberal can be a liberal. I really don't. They don't even have common sense in their policy. I mean, their policies at all. Mike Bivens says, you did on 10-7. Okay, and then Big Kahuna says, Debs, you have them, okay, you have the missile. I think you have the missiles, I think is that what it is? Yeah, missiles. Mike Bivens says, and we will give them more, right? Yeah, because of the missiles. Yeah, we back Israel. I don't have any problems with Israel at all. I have no problems with them. But if Hamas and Israel, not Hamas, I'm sorry, Palestine and Israel could learn to work with each other. I ain't talking about Hamas right now. I'm talking about the Palestinians, which a lot of them are for peace, just as well as Israel. They will much rather come to terms with they are right now. They are coming to the table, and they are coming to terms and dealing with each other on a peace for peace. I'm about peace. Big Kahuna says, yes, we did, but letting Ukraine join NATO, during the nation, NATO, hence, I think that's supposed to be NATO, yeah. We started it, thing. So, and Omega says Obamacare or Affordable Care Act made my health care more expensive with all of the mandates. Exactly. Before, I paid no more than $239 a month. That's what I'm paying right now. Once Obama mandate things, it didn't need. Okay, I didn't need it. I had to pay $360 exactly. Yeah, it actually went up. Oh. Let me see. Mike Bivens says, Devs, your religion is based in hate. Jesus is about love, exactly. And love wins over all your hate. And if your party, which is the Democrats, Debs, you should be trying to educate people. You should be trying to show that your party was the party of tolerance and acceptance. You shouldn't be so quick to want to criticize people, putting down people, and straight up trolling and insulting people. You and your party should be about that. This is what your party claims you guys are, but you have been nothing but the opposite. You have disgraced, a lot of you have been acting very, very distasteful, disgraceful, how you treat, even in your own people in your own party. You guys ran Tolsy Gabbard out of the party. You know, she left on her own because she didn't agree. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tolsy Gabbard, one of my favorites, out of Hawaii, woman, right? As well as a vet. She said she stopped becoming to be a Democrat. She didn't kick her out. She left. The reason that she left, ladies and gentlemen, is that, and all of you know this, she didn't like the policy on the children and transgender. I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. She went from being a Democrat to a moderate, and from a moderate, she went what? She became a conservative Republican. And guess who embraced her with open arms? It was the MAGA Republicans, right? This is the one that said Trump was a Hitler. He hate women and all this other stuff. He got a cabinet with women in his cabinet, even. You know what I'm saying? Big Kahuna says Allison wants a good stock M. Big Kahuna says to me, she called in on the next ABL Live. You will have a nice chop it up section with him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When we get the next one going or whatever, you know. Oh yeah. A Big Kahuna says he also let you plug your channel if you have a platform. Yeah, and I'm working on that. I was gonna mention this to you, Big Kahuna. I've always heard of the program. It's a streaming app. It's called OBS. I actually got it configured now. I've been running a test run on it yesterday. Some of you might have seen that came up. I erased that, but I wanted to see how things worked on it. And I'm actually gonna start. Remember, I told you guys I'm gonna be working on doing that, where I can actually drop the link, have people to come up on here and come up on the chat, and we can all chop it up, and we can have a nice conversation. And you guys are more welcome to come on the platform as well. Now, what I also like about it that I can also, because I want to stream here on YouTube, but I also want to stream in Rumble and Instagram as well. And it looked like I'll be able to do it with OBS. And it's open source, as you know, free, to any content creator, which I love. I love the word free. I don't mind paying too, but I mean StreamYard and a few other ones. But yeah, it's going down though. It's going down. Allison says they do a lot of insider trading. That's how they are getting rich. Absolutely. Just look at Nancy Pelosi. Yep. Just look at her, how she made all that money. Even off of what's it, Visa, one of those credit card companies. She made billions off of this type of stuff. John Paddock says Liz Cheney, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi should go to duck hunting and with old Dick Cheney. I know, right? Y'all remember what happened there? I got the joke. I got the joke. I wouldn't be surprised if Tim Waltz would have did something stupid like that, right? How you gonna shoot somebody going out on the duck hunt? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna do that? Big Kahuna says, remember when Pelosi wore African garb? I know, right? Got African gear on Black History Month, not knowing she wore the garb of the slave traders. Absolutely. You see, and they don't know this stuff, right? Then if somebody black to say, here you go. Because you even got a lot of blacks that don't even know that, you know? You know, what these claws and kente, they don't even really know what that stuff really means. They just put it on. They just put the stuff on. Griffin says, ape leaves low IQ reviews. Yeah, ape. Um, is that a picture of an ape? Yeah, if I'm just getting caught up with some of you guys, I'm kind of going, I know I'm behind, but I'm still way back there because I don't want to miss anything. Low IQs. I guess that's supposed to be a slight towards me. Big Kahuna says, LOL. What he put Griffin, okay, put Griffin, okay. Griffin, he didn't leave one. Okay, Griffin says, my customers called complaining that they wanted stronger reviews from my haters. Huh. Okay. Omega says to me, I have my own and okay, right. Analogically, black people, right, were fishermen, and when the demo KKK racists took away our fishing poles and they gave us fish, we became too reliant and forgot that we could fish. You know what, Omega? You are 100% spot on, sir, because I've always said this, that because at one time we were very, very self-sufficient. We were able to go out here, and y'all love how you use the pole, how we were able to fish on our own. And we knew how to fish, and we fished very well. Tell me why, or we already know why. Look what we went from knowing how to fish to not knowing how to fish. And we also are the group of people that rely on big government to take care of everything for us. We have become like that communist manifesto, these like socialist, communist type of, Marxist type of behavior that's coming from our particular group. And then not only that, they really did us wrong by the Democrats by destroying the black family nucleus, as I mentioned before. I said this in my short, I showed this on my short video. Once again, how the Welfare Act of 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson, how that had a lot to do with it. And this is why they are we were under a matriarch society for the longest of time. This is why most black men, they have they don't really have their fathers in the home. The mother had to be the mother and father because of the choices that she made since 1965 up until modern day. So this is one of the main reasons. Most of your black men, they fear their mama more than their father. They don't know anything about their father. They become what they call emotional males. And the danger of emotional males, because they have a strength of a man, but they have the emotions of a woman, which makes black boys and men that was raised without a father to be very dangerous, black, white, and other. Griffin Contractor says $1 billion, huh? Budget. Um, Allison says smiley, smiley, smiley face. Griffin says asking all the wrong questions. Asking. Uh, Mike Bivens says Griffin Contracting hiring illegal migrant workers using cheap Chinese materials, passing the savings onto into his own pocket, screwing his customers with crappy work, shoddy work. I believe it. Because if you part of the system and you want to hold up the Biden Kamala Harris program, that's anti-American in my book. And I call them out on it. And any of these other trolls. Because if you stand on that, you are anti-American, sir. Omega says, Des, where did okay? So she said we did start the war. Our politicians started the war, which is correct, in Ukraine by breaking the treaty with Russia, which is true. We started the war in Israel, which is true. Revealed that we're incapable of defending allies, and go a little bit further in regards to this, because these are state-funded people in Ukraine, state-funded by the people here, the deep state. Same thing with ISIS, all of them have been state-funded. Because they have to be state-funded to push an agenda with a war. So the military-industrial complex, they make what? They make money. This is about money. It's never been about peace. Look at the people that stood up for peace. And the people that stood up for peace, weren't they persecuted? Wasn't Martin Luther King persecuted? Wasn't Muhammad Ali persecuted? Right? Anybody that spoke out against the Vietnam War, weren't they persecuted? Same thing with the Bush thing, though, with the whole 9/11. He said, you either with us, you either for us or against us. Remember that? When Bush Juniors asked that question? Because even in that time, 2001, anybody talking against the war was what? He was basically saying that you were anti-American, anti-government, right? It was never about being peace. It was about war and money and the military-industrial complex. Deep state, military, they're all part of the same system, you know? So this is why we are in this situation right now. Omega says, letter limits keep me saying what I know, right? I have had the same problem, Omega. There's letter limits on these chats. This is why I got to have get you guys up here with the voice thing, man, which I'm working on it. You know, there's a couple other things I got to do with Omega, and then I got to do some test stuff with it. So that way, because that part is all new to me, even though I know about them programs. But with the OBS, I got it somewhat humming right now that I could basically be able to, get people up on here. It's going to at least allow me to multi-stream. So I could be able to get a greater coverage now, which is going to be cool. So that's going to be coming. So for people that's on Instagram and TikTok and all this other stuff, before TikTok go away, I may not even worry about TikTok because I don't like TikTok for obvious reasons. I don't want any more backdoor apps to the government for the CCP. I don't want to be dealing with that stuff. But yeah, but other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, we really have been getting it in today, though. We've been talking about the fake news, dealing with the trolls and stuff. And see, that's the thing about it, though. They entitled to say what they want to say, but they don't. I even give them the floor. But you know, and I don't know. I think this is basically he was really trolling, trying to troll everybody. So I'm already up on what he was doing. He was just in here trolling. This wasn't about education from him and them. This is about trolling. That's all it's always been about. Remember, they don't have any policies. How can you come in here and have a genuine, open dialogue, one-on-one debate? The thing that should have been on these guys is to prove that I'm wrong. They got every opportunity to make me look foolish, make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Instead of just saying you don't know what you're talking about, because you notice they'll say that, or you got low IQ of an ape or a chimp. If that is true, sir, you have the opportunity to come up here and make me look bad, make me eat my own words. Because like I said, I know Trump policies very well. They have the opportunity to be able to come up in here and discredit what I'm talking about. But neither of them done it very well, to be really honest. They really haven't. They did a poor job of representing their party, which we know the history of their party anyway. It goes all the way back to even before 1828, when the Democratic Party was actually established. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was never really a party it was only this Dixiecrat. They were the ones that why they still exist right now. It's that's why I say these people, they need some help, man. They really do. You ain't gonna never change their mind at all. You're gonna see the wonderful stuff that Trump is gonna be doing, getting the economy back on track, getting rid of all these illegals over here, and all these. There will not be any type of citizenship given for children that were born here in the United States. They will not get that. That will not happen as well. Even some of them that have been born, they are going to be deported. It has to be this way. So therefore, Americans for Americans, so we can get back on track. And Mexico, this is another reason why, you guys know this, another reason why the tariffs are put into place, to get what's his name? Justin Trudeau, and whatever the president, what's the woman over there in Mexico, to get her on board with what Trump said, because he said there will be tariffs, and the tariffs are going to be 25%, and it's really to get them to get rid of their illegals in their country. And we know that the president of Mexico is being ran by the cartel anyway. The cartel controls the Mexican government over there. But guess what? Trump and his administration, we're going to be over there dealing with the cartel. We're going to totally annihilate the cartel. The cartel is going to be taken out. It could be 6 months or less. Delta Force and all the other people, we already know. Tom Homan, they're going in there. They're going to bring the fight to them over there in Mexico. Mexico is going to be liberated. Therefore, we don't have to worry about all these fentanyl and drugs and all this other kind of stuff, trafficking, child trafficking. We're going to be liberating the whole world, really, just by dealing with the cartel. We're going to crush and destroy their stronghold. A lot of people are going to be going to prison. There's going to be a lot of killing, too, because, I expect that they're going to try to go down with a fight. There's billions of dollars on the table. They're going to go out fighting. They got the help of the deep state operatives and so forth. This is why they got in the position that they have been. This ain't just a cartel working on their own by themselves. My channel have always been about telling the truth. We're not up here telling lies to insult anybody and troll anybody. I troll people with truth. I don't do it just to be bringing up stuff and making up stuff. I troll with truth. And that's what we're going to be all doing. Troll them with truth. They either can stay in this room and deal with the truth that's coming with them, or they can leave. They have that choice. This is America. Very rare I have to ever block anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And I'm trying to show them how America's supposed to work. Because, like I said, if Debs would have had his own channel, and I said this earlier, these other people, they had their own channel. If I was in there, trolling with facts like I normally do on people's channel, you know what they do? They block me. See? They're the ones that are anti-American. They're the ones that hate freedom of free speech. They're the ones that want censorship on everything. Just go ahead and look at Blue Skies right now. We know that that's the other app supposed to be the counter to X. They can go in here. It's a whole liberal masturbation area where all of them can get off on each other, echo chamber, ancestral type of psychobabble, nonsense type of stuff, all that type of so-called fake freedom of speech, which is not. Go in Blue Skies in their channels right now and have opposing opinion. You know what they're going to end up doing? They're going to complain, get you kicked up on out of there. That's what they were doing with Twitter. They ran Twitter the same way. Yeah, a circle jerk. Absolutely. You're right about that, Omega. A circle jerk of jerks. I love that. That's exactly what they are. That's what they do. They get off going into these channels, ancestral circle jerks, and this is what they do. They get off on each other on this stuff. I don't want to be in a place like that. I still believe in the Constitution. I have to be. I live in America. I'm a history buff. I love history. And if you guys, what's that one he said about the fascist? What was that book called? The fascist. I think was it you, Omega? One of you guys mentioned about that book that I said I wanted to check out because I love to read. And sometimes I do read here in front of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to read. I love to read. And I'm a history buff too. Some of these people are not history buff. They don't like period pieces and so forth like that. In order for us to be able to understand where we are going today, we have to know something about the past in order for us not to repeat it. Who was the famous person that said, if you don't know the past, you're doing to repeat it? There it is. Fascist Manifesto by Benito Mussolini. Oh, is that Mussolini from Italy? Yeah, 'cause we already know what happened to him. His own people killed him, strung him up like a dog, killed him out there in the streets with his own people. It was horrible how he died. I know, right? That's why I say I love history, man. I'm a history. I'm somewhat of a history buff. Big Kahuna says, "Is Juneteenth a made-up holiday compared to July 4th?" Yeah, it's a made-up holiday. It's supposed to be celebrating the abolishment of slavery. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and no one's really clear if June was the actual month or whatever that when it happens and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I mean it's pretty much what it is in a nutshell, and things. But they end up making it a national holiday. You know, it's like a day off. Most people treat it like a day off, though. But we our real I should say a real holiday. I'll say this: a holiday for the Americans. And see, this is my thing. Before I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, Omega and Big Kahuna, this is another thing. Juneteenth is a American holiday, right? Just like with 4th of July. It ain't black history, it's still American history. That's what I'm trying to convey to everybody. It happened in America and it is history, so it should be reclassified, all of this, as American history. But with the Democrat liberals, they like to separate things, keep division going, right? This is what they do. Black history is nothing more than American history, and it's going to keep it real. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they all are American history. It's woven in our history books, in society itself. This is all about history. That's what it's all about. So, thing about it is, it's like when I look at this type of thing, um, as Americans as well, we are all Americans. We really are. Uh, Omega says, Big Kahuna, sometimes after the war around June 19th in 1865. hmm That's what the Reconstruction period was as well. In Texas, they conveyed to the Texas legislature the end of slavery. It was more in a footnote than an actual holiday, which is true. They only made it a holiday, I think, about the last 4 years or so, but it was just nothing more, as he said, more of a footnote because it never been celebrated before. It was like the abolishment of slavery, right? We're talking about 19th century going into the 20th century, turn of the century, right? After the abolishment of slavery and things like that, we had before that we had the Emancipation Proclamation, which Abraham Lincoln in the Reconstruction period, and things like that. So yeah, these are things. That's why I call all this stuff American history. It really is. It's actually American history. So, like I said, I'm gonna be talking more about that and things. So, yeah, man, we are on the right track now with the Trump thing and stuff like that. I don't know how and why they keep putting out this rhetoric about Trump. Anybody that know Trump, Trump loved black culture, black music. He always had a thing about the black celebrities. A lot of them loved him before he was running for president. Let's keep it real now. Big Kahuna says, off topic, a music artist I follow posts her thoughts on a Filipina artist she follows, and she didn't like the fact that she had braids exactly, and said that she was black appropriating. You talking about Tia Tequila? Are you talking about her off of BET? I think it might have been Tia Tequila. Yeah, because she's a she was an MTV VJ, very popular in the '90s, hot Filipina. Are you talking about Tia Tequila and things, or is it somebody more recent? Yeah, because she had the braids. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah, Omega says correction. The abolitionist caucus clay. The abolitionist Cassius Clay. Right, trying to say that name 3 times. Pigeonhole Lincoln into Cassius Clay. Okay, pigeonhole Lincoln and making the Emancipation Proclamation without his own care about the Union, right? But or not slavery, but the abolishment of beforehand. Yeah, I mean that's why I say what. Even though he goes down in history for Lincoln as being the first, yeah, and I think he was part abolitionist, wasn't he? I think Lincoln. Yeah, yeah, but that's the thing about it. Yeah, I got what you're saying about that though too. That's why I said it was a step in the right direction. Did he actually free him? If I'm correct about the Emancipation Proclamation, the government just said, "Hey, we don't recognize slavery no more," but it was up to the state levels to do something about it. But we know with the war and with the Union, it didn't have very much to do with the slaves. It had more to do about uniting the country. Now that I do know for a fact, right? If I'm wrong, though, Omega, right? So it was about unifying the Union because America was about to go into the industrial age before the turn of the century. 20th century, we're about to go into the industrial age, right? So they needed to have the people in the Union to be all on board with it together, which thus we call the United States of America. Big Kahuna says, no, it was KZ, the Filipino artist. Okay, I may not be familiar with her. Um, I heard a little controversy about it, but let me go and finish reading here. She was complaining about the artist I followed was J. Rose, hey, black Filipino rapper. And yeah, do you think braids are appropriating? No, I do not. I don't think that braids are race appropriating at all. I think once again, braids been around even back then. We start looking at Greek, Romans, so forth. They actually wore braids too. Braids is something universal and things. So nothing to do with braids and being black, and this is coming from a lot of these black women because of their insecurities that they actually have, and they just been wrong on a lot of things. Though I don't believe in that type of rhetoric. Anybody and everybody have the opportunity to be able to wear their hair the way they want to have it. Um, Omega says Muhammad Ali named himself Muhammad, the prophet of Islam, which is true, who claimed that one white slave is worth 3 black slaves, and his ancestry, Ali, who did otherwise, Cassius Clay, and aboriginist. Um, yeah, let me see here. Yep, Muhammad. Yep, who says who claimed? Okay, right. One white slave. Yeah, because a lot of these religions are rooted in slavery. When we really think about it, though. And Islam is no different when it comes down to that. If you would look at the history of it, even before the Crusades, though, how they would raid other villages. Anybody that was not saying the Ezan, if they didn't hear the call of prayer in the morning, they would go in there and ravage, pillage, murder, and rape, all in the name of religion. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Crusades, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, slavery was a big money maker in a lot of these claim to be popular religions. If we got to tell the truth, Omega says Chinese invented hair extensions in the Tang Dynasty. Yeah, the Wu Tang Dynasty. I'm just kidding. That's a little joke right there. I know, right? And here y'all rock with the Wu Tang, the Tang Dynasty. One of the largest dynasties. We got the Chef, RZA. We got Ghostface, Killer. We got Old Dirty Bastard. Yeah, right. We got Raekwon, right? Oh man, I can't help myself, man. Wait, I saw you put that Tang Dynasty up. I gotta put a little humor in it. In fact, if I was teaching, if I went to school to learn how to be a historian, I really would put humor in a lot of this stuff, man. Keep some of these kids awake, to be honest. Omega says the point was our Muhammad Ali was ignorant of the facts of Cassius Clay, the author of Emancipation Proclamation, and Muhammad was a slaver. Absolutely, that is true. That's why I was backing you up on that, though. Not to make it too light, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, he was a slaver. In fact, in Islam, slavery still exists. They haven't gotten rid of the slavery thing. Even when Europe and they were one of the last ones, and they still are practicing slavery right now. Look at, can someone say Sudan and some parts of northern Africa and Arabia? They still have slavery going on. This is a practice that's continued going on. It continues going on today. They have not given up their practice on slavery. They really haven't. You know, give y'all some different scenery. They haven't given up these practices. These practices still exist to this day. And I'm talking about as far as with in Islam, right? These practices are still going on. They're still doing this. They are still practicing this type of stuff. So Omega says, yeah, Libya, yep, Gaddafi, yeah, was preventing the slavery. Yeah, exactly. Muammar Gaddafi, yeah, he actually wanted to liberate all of Africa, to be honest. He was trying to tell the Africans back then, hey, we are all brothers, man. We shouldn't be fighting amongst each other. We should come together as a people, because he was the first one that was trying to get, he wanted to get put the Africans on their own gold, if I'm correct, on the gold standard, right? I mean, there was reasons why they killed Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi, have Africa would have risen up as a nation, being liberated and unified themselves. The biggest problem with Africa, they so divided and they got so much corruption going on right now. This is why Africa, I see a little bit of change in Africa right now, because right now you got Brinks and they're all trying to fight against the petrodollar. And this is, I mean, like you said, you brought up some stuff about Muammar Gaddafi, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was bad how they did Muammar too. He also died on the streets with his own people. This guy even begged for his life, man. They did Muammar bad in the end, man. Yeah, they chopped his head off and stuff. Yeah, man, they did Muammar bad, man. They did Saddam Hussein pretty much the same way, man. Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussein, man. I didn't have a problem with Saddam. The problem is Saddam was really supposed to have been a puppet for Iraq in the first place, right? And they were trying to get him to step down. They were trying to get Muammar Gaddafi to step down. He was really in there too. They were put in there by our CIA, just going to tell the truth, man. Right? These people were put in there. It wasn't like they were just elected in here. They were put in here on purpose, right? The thing about it is that people start developing a conscience, right? They say, you know what, I can do more good for my people because I already see what this government is all about, right? They see it for what it really is. Give me 1 minute. I got to throw something away. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, guys. Yeah, I see you guys are from the D, man. I'm still here. I am still here, not in Detroit right now, but I'm still here though, Oh yeah, all the areas that you're talking about, Macomb, Mount Clemens. I have relatives in Port Huron, Southwest Side Detroit, Dragoon Street there. I got some friends that's from that area. You know what I'm saying? Junction. What's the other one? Spring Wells. All these other areas on the Southwest Side of Detroit. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? The home of Insane Clown Posse, right? Yeah, I recognize where you are. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, yeah, you already know, man. You know, people from Detroit know Detroit, man. Omega is about to pull up, you know. I know, right? Yeah, man. For people that know Detroit, though, man, that is cool. There is no lying about it at all, man. You know, I've been in Detroit ever since I was 3 years old and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. Growing up, Ob Trice is your cousin. Oh, for real? That's what's up. Ob Trice. Yep. I had a friend of mine. I got a friend of mine as also an Uber driver. When he actually picked up Ob Trice. You know, occasionally he takes a Uber, you know. Now I don't think I ever got Ob Trice, but I picked up some other celebrities. But yeah, he actually picked up Ob Trice. Yeah, picked him up in the Uber. Yeah, That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what Ob Trice. Oh yeah, yeah, man. He was yeah in the '90s though. That D12. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Proof. I knew Proof very, very well before he died. I knew him when he was a little kid, right? I knew Proof. And we grew up on the same block on the west side of Detroit and things like that. So I knew his mom and things, and he was a good guy, man. Proof was a good guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Omega says, I have OB, okay, do an open verse contest. If I know a lot of independent artists would jump on it. Yeah, I know, right? May says, oh, I just wondered. I'm from the Bay Area. We grew up without snow. Oh, yeah. In the Bay Area, I grew up without snow. Yeah, as you can see, it's snowing here. Omega says, I knew Aaliyah before she got married to R. Kelly at the age of 16. Oh, yeah, man. Aaliyah, man, she was like, yeah, she was born in New York, too. Like Aaliyah, I was born in New York, but I was raised in Detroit, you know? So, yeah, from Brooklyn. But I was raised in Detroit. So that, the Lions, all this other stuff. It's a wonderful time to be to be a Detroiter, in the Lions and all that other stuff, you know. I grew up on the west side of Detroit, man. West side. Yeah, Big Kahuna says to me, what you think M thinks uh about 50 and Trick on the Trump side. Oh yeah, I think it's really really cool. Again, it's about common sense because I already know if I were to ask Trick and these guys right now, if I were to ask them, because I know they don't align themselves with a lot of those policies about the transsexual stuff, you know, being men and women's sports and all that stuff. A real man ain't gonna tolerate that type of stuff. Watching women get their head knocked off, man, we can't hold that up. That ain't right. Being in the women's bathroom, and they got children too. Don't they got daughters? Who's gonna be down for watching their daughter be in the bathroom because a man feel like he got to use the bathroom because he's a man? What type of man? You know what I'm saying? So I know right off the back and off the start they'll have problems with that and a lot of other things. Let me see what else here. Let me make sure I read it. Omega says, "Oh, best team in the league. Yeah, the Lions. What are they like? 9-1. Yeah, best team in the league by far. Super Bowl material all the way. Possibly, it may possibly look like them in KC. It's possible. It's possible, you know. We don't get no bad calls. It's possible. Omega says, live near Linden in Evergreen. Know where that is? Back in the 90s. Oh, yeah, you're over there by Brightmoor. Brightmoor, boy. I'm going to do, you know what? One day I'm going to Brightmoor, man. I'm going to do another video live. I'm going to show the world about Brightmoor, man. That's where you find a field of weeds in a body over there. This is where trash dumping go on. All the cities have been blighted off. Give you a little history of Brightmoor. It didn't used to be that way around the turn of the century. No, I would say post World War II, after the GIs got back from the war and they were given a GI Bill to build houses. A lot of them also came up from the one from the Appalachians, from the whites. They migrated to the north to work in Henry Ford's plant. That's the history of that. So, in fact, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but they called it Hillbilly Highway. So they were migrating like our ancestors migrated from the South too to come work in the plants. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Brightmoor was really an area where you see like a lot of people from that's Polish and other type of people from the Appalachians and stuff. They lived there in Brightmoor. That's the history of it because I pulled it up and read it myself and looked at it once again because I love the history part of it. So yeah, they came up from there before it got bad. It started getting bad around the 80s. Drugs and everything more, with blacks started moving in those areas too as we started spreading out. In the 90s, it was fully on, man. So, yeah, definitely. Um, Omega says Crockett class of 96. Oh, okay. All right, so you're born in 96. Yeah, I'm a little before you though, man. Yeah, I was born in 86, 10 years before you. Big Kahuna says EM, so brainwashed, if they paid him paid a millie just to talk to 2 minutes. I know, right? Yep, exactly. Um, Let me see here. And then Omega says, yeah, 10-1. Okay, yeah, not 9-1, 10-1. Okay, so yeah, the Lions is up 10-1. That's what's up. I'll take it though. I'll take it. Big Kahuna says, suffering Jets fans here. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with you. The Giants are worse than the Jets, definitely. Big Kahuna says, what about those Bears? Thinking not coming to timeout. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, the Bears. Who's the worst in the league right now? The Giants or the Bears? Who's the ones that's the worst? Omega says, right, Hillbilly Highway. I was told about that. Yep, it's short. Yeah, Omega, that's exactly what it was. Yep. Omega says, no, I was born in 78, graduated high school in 1996. Right. Yeah, but yeah, that's right. It was called Hillbilly Highway, and they came from the Appalachians, and they migrated over there in Brightmoor. The Giants are the worst. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Yep, they are the worst in the league. Absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, so that's exactly what it is though, man. They yeah, that Brightmoor area and things, man. It's man, I'm gonna ride through there one of these days, man, because there's people just they wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it at all, though. Yeah. The Giants officially are the first team guaranteed not to be in the playoffs. Yeah. We were like that at one point, too. I'm glad that we overturned that curse. Because when was the last time we won the Super Bowl? Was it 68? Was it 1968? I could be wrong. This was before my time, but I'm just saying. I can't remember. When was the last time that the Lions actually won? I thought it might have been 68. It was 60 something. The last time that we actually won the Super Bowl. I know we at least got one, didn't we? For the football team. Basketball, I can tell you, we did better basketball wise. You know what I'm saying? The Pistons and everything, though. From that Bad Boys era, up into Tayshaun Prince and Ben Wash, Rashid, Ben Wash, Ben and Rashid Wallace. Yeah, Omega says never, never been. Wow. Wait a moment. 68 was the last time we've been. Wait a minute. We've been in the playoffs since 68. We've been there before. We had Megatron and all them. Benny Blaze. Let me see here. We played in the Silverdome. We even had the great Robert Porcher, Billy Sills, Dexter Bussey. Uh, Jets' lone Super Bowl was in '69. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing about it. We have had this curse with the Ford management forever. The great Wayne Fonts. Some just Google it. I know, right? Lions never been in Super. Okay, damn. Well, it's about time, man. We looking good now. We're looking good now. Right? Yeah, I'm happy for it, man. Detroit, man. We're looking good downtown Detroit. In fact, I should ride through downtown Detroit one day, man. I want people to see the beautiful Detroit, man. We're looking good. We had the actual draft pick there. It went off without a hitch. It was a beautiful thing, man. It's an exciting time to be in Detroit right now. It's everybody got love walking around with their football jerseys on and everything. We still got the great Barry Sanders still here. Y'all saw that documentary, Bye Bye Barry. Great documentary. But yeah, guys, I gotta get back to work, man. Just wanted to do this live earlier. Man, I hope you guys also be around, man. I'm loving the brothers that are showing up, brothers, man, because we got a lot of conservative brothers. We got some shouts out here, man, before I go. We got Big Kahuna in the house as well as Omega. Yeah, as well. Let me see what we have here before I give out the shout outs. Okay, Big Kahuna says, was it in Detroit? Carmela told that Christ is King shouters to have a louder rally. You know what? I'm not for sure. She was in Detroit, but I'm not for sure when she made that statement. Was she in Detroit? I'm gonna have to Google that as well. I'm not for sure about that though, Big Kahuna. I'm gonna have to look on that as well. But at any event, yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Omega and Big Kahuna. You brothers, y'all held it down over here, man. Yep, yep. So, like I said before, brother with another brother. Boy, I love the conservative thing. The brothers is coming out, So, you're gonna try to label me as being a black woman hater. I'm not. And there are some black women that are coming around. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take some time. That's all it is. They're gonna take some time though. I got some cousins that are liberal. They don't rock with Trump. I'm libertarian. That's cool too, bro. I didn't mean to classify you like that. But my thing is that it's cool that you can be a libertarian from the old school libertarians. I'm familiar with you guys, and a lot of you are still around. A lot of you guys still exist, and I respect that. Which is what they call you guys the Green Party now. How you feel about the Green Party? I saw that on the ballot. You know what I'm saying? Big Kahuna says, okay, to me, take care, my G. You same to you, and try to join ABL's Anthony Bryan Logan on the next live. Okay, that'd be cool, man. If they Anthony Bryan Logan, yeah, because he or you can reach out to me. My email is listed on my main channel as well, though, too. So you're more welcome to send me any type of invites and people's lives there. And I'll be sure to check it out and come on there, man, and put my little 2 cents in, though. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll be wanting to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, F the Green. Yeah, I understand that. I don't know a whole lot about him, but before MAGA, it was considered to be the Tea Party. Prior to that, that was a precursor. I'm sure you know that the precursor to the MAGA movement and things. And they were right. They were cited as a bunch of racists even then. The liberals were even talking crap about that. Big Kahuna says, "I'm the Omega. I'm in the middle, but go on common sense." Yeah, exactly. This is how Elon Musk was originally. This is how Tolsy Gabbard was. She was a moderate before she was even a Democrat, you know. But I don't want this thing, before I go, this ain't about loving on every word Trump says, but it is a party of common sense, and that's how I vote. Outside of the party, it's not about the party; it's the person that runs the party. That's what it is. But yeah, but I appreciate you, man. You brothers, man, for supporting your brother here. I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Big K. Yeah, I appreciate you. You guys, Big Kahuna, I appreciate you guys a lot. John Paddock, I appreciate you as well. I remember him from before. And y'all can see me on the next one, man. I appreciate you. I am out of here. Peace and chicken grease. Y'all know how we do it. Peace. Thanks. Or thank you.